No, not yet, George. We're not live yet.
Oh, I just got a notification. Yeah.
Okay, now we are.
That's fantastic. Hello, everybody. I'm George Fragrantica. Welcome to another edition of Team Top 5 Live. I am your host, of course. Sorry, we've had a few problems this session, but I am actually here. So today we're going to start off with the members of Team Top 5 Live. Let me just get this plan here. Okay. So we've only got a few members this time around. We don't have the full Team Top 5, but we've got an all-star cast with Timmy and Bradley. But let me give you some real introductions here. I want the person to introduce themselves, give their scent of the day, and where they can find you and all of that. My first team member is one of the hottest commodities and beloved content creators in the community. He is known for his on-location shooting style, cinematic video editing style, mild-mannered and PG approach, and also unrivaled consistency. Can you please welcome Bradley from Tripleinc?
Thank you for that amazing introduction, George. So what's up, everybody?
That's all right.
It's Bradley from the YouTube channel Tripleinc. Thank you for that very flattering introduction again, George. Are we doing scents of the day as well?
Yeah, we certainly are.
Okay. My scent of the day was a perfect fall day. I mean, like amazing temperature for here in Virginia. I actually got to wear a nice little pullover because it's a little bit chillier out, so I decided to go with Boss Bottled Oud as my scent of the day. You guys know I love this for the fall. It's rocking pretty good on me right now, so Boss Bottled Oud scent of the day. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Brad. This next team member is known for his slick music video-like editing style, his incorporation of more personal vlogs, and fearlessness of wearing extremely dark and winter-like fragrances in the Vegas heat. He is the only member of Team Top 5 who has a separate language channel to accommodate for two separate audiences. Please welcome Timmy from Imagine Scents.
Hey guys. Hey. Yeah, and I unapologetically wear winter fragrances in the summer here. But only like one spray, all right? I'm not a devil. So guys, my scent of the day today is actually Vervo could have been the devil. This is Green Viking.
Viking. Yep.
Yeah, my fall signature. It is my fall signature. As you guys can tell, like my juice level is very low, and it just got released like this month. Yeah, I used it a lot.
Oh man, very good there.
Nice.
And finally, our special guest returning from last week. He is the meme queen, known for his theatrical and charismatic approach to videos. His wit's dry as sand. He's also a heavily respected contributor to the now flourishing cinematic style that is being incorporated to the YouTube fragrance community. Using cinematic styles and storytelling elements, he's an up-and-comer in the community, and we should all most certainly be subscribed to him for his exciting future content. It's Trademark Scents, everyone.
Hello. My name is Tyler. I'm from the channel TM Scents. So yeah, I'm returning. Thank you very much for having me on again. It's an honor. And my scent of the day, it's still really, really hot down in the south. So what I decided to go with was my most recent acquisition. This is Cedrat Enavrant from Atelier Cologne. Me and Bradley were those Atelier boys.
Yes,
and this is
with a Z.
Yes, definitely. This is just amazing stuff. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, it's lime, some citron in it. There's like actually a really, really nice kind of jasmine-y type feel in the mid, and this base of just this kind of musky rum scent, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Marvelous. And I am the Fragrance Apprentice, and I once reviewed a fragrance on a boat. Anyway, my scent of the day is Frappan 1270. It's this sort of boozy fragrance. The thing that actually this sort of reminds me of is a speakeasy in the 1930s or 1940s. I can imagine lovely speakeasy with vintage furniture, probably in New York City, with some sort of waitress or something in the mix there. Anyway. We'll get onto that in the future. Anyway, so today we're going to be starting off with a brand new game. It's called He Said, She Said. It's a multiple choice game in which I test the knowledge of the individual team members about their knowledge about fellow fragrance viewers and what they've had to say, and the different quotes that they've had about different fragrances. So an example would be, which fragrance have you said in their review about TH Men? It's playful and still masculine. A, Cascadescents. B, Jeremy Fragrance. Or C, My Mickers. The answer would, of course, be B, Jeremy Fragrance. I'll be asking each team member in rotation. Each correct answer will win a point, and the first team member to 3 points wins the game overall.
Nice.
The winner today gets 2 minutes at the end of the show to indulgently self-promote what they are doing currently.
Always
Are we
plug.
doing,
Always plug.
Are we doing punishment fragrances for this one? No?
Because
it's not a Timmy live stream.
Not a Timmy live stream. He's got that
brutality.
There's only success here.
I got a decan of zoologist bat singing my name though.
Oh no, you do not want that.
No.
You want to punish yourself when you get a wrong answer. Fine. Okay. So we're going to start off with round 1. It's pretty straightforward, I'd say, these questions, just to get us a little bit into the game, get a feel for it. We're going to start off with Bradley.
I'm going first. All right.
Okay. So, Bradley, fragrance reviewer, said this about vintage Kouros by Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
If you're too scared to wear this, you don't deserve to wear it. Was it Batawi Blood? A. B. Lex Ellis. Or C. The fragrance Apprentice?
Ooh, you're too scared to wear it.
You only have 20 seconds.
Okay.
In fact, no, you have
I know that just for some reason I can imagine Lex saying that just for some reason with just the way his reviews are. I can just imagine if you're not going to wear this, you are too scared to wear this. You are not meant to wear it. So, yeah. So I'm going to go with Lex. I think said that.
Lex Ellis did, in fact, say that on his Vintage Kouros review. So, Tripleinc, you get a point.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tim.
Yep.
Which fragrance reviewer referred to Love and Luck as the ultimate panty dropper fragrance? Right, this is going back in time a little bit. Was it A, Robes 08, B, My Mickers, or C, J.R. Rutter?
The thing is, I don't even know who J.R. Rutter is. I think that's before my time.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't before your time. This is an old school question.
Old school. Who is that? Oh, man. I'm probably going to lose this question. I don't know who J.R. Rutter is. I'll say My Mickers, since I don't know who the other guy is.
My Mickers did, in fact, say that. That's a point to you.
I remember that too, yeah.
Tyler.
All right, let's go.
Which fragrance reviewer coined the term Dom Reach? Was it A, Robes 08, B, Hiro Yokozuna, or C, Jer from the Fragrance Bros?
That's an easy one. Jer from the Fragrance Bros.
Fantastic. Right, well, that is round 1. It's a point apiece. I did make that a little bit easy for you guys because I knew that I wanted to get you and the audience into the game. It's all downhill from here, though.
Stepping it up, next level. Let's
Next level.
Let's go.
Round 2. Bradley.
Okay. Let's do this.
Who said this about Angel Men Pure Coffee?
Ooh.
In the opening, you get the coffee. Then you get the dirty whore patchouli. Was it A, Lex Ellis, B, Coach Rob 619, or C, Cuba No?
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so I don't think you would put Lex for 2 of them in a row. I could possibly see him saying that, but I don't think I've ever seen a review of him do pure coffee before, so I'm going to pass on that. Second option, again, was Coach Rob 619. Again, I haven't watched a whole lot of reviews from him in a while, but again, I can't really necessarily see him saying that either. So I think by power of deduction, I can definitely see Cubano saying that. I'm going to go with option number 3. Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah.
It was Cubano who said that. You are now on 2 points.
I can see it in Cubano's voice too.
Yeah, or patchouli.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Timmy,
You ain't wrong.
What's
Timmy,
up?
who said this about the fragrance Allure Homme by Chanel? For me, it has an opening that just doesn't work. It reminds me a great deal of the opening of Dior Sauvage. Very metallic. It assaults my senses. Was it A, the Fragrance Apprentice, B, Lanier Smith, or C, the Sentinel?
Oh, this is a really tough one because Lanier Smith, I haven't really watched a lot of his videos. And the Sentinel. Sentinel, he seems like a really nice guy. I don't know if you say that. Like, well, yeah, I can't see it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna have to pressure Tim.
Plus, yeah, it is pressure because I don't search for Allure Homme review. I mean, it's such an
enough right now. I can hear it.
All right, come on.
You know what? I'll just say George the Fragrance Apprentice.
George the Fragrance Apprentice did not say that. It was Lanier Smith.
Oh, I don't watch Lanier Smith's videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyler.
All right.
Who said this about Ferragamo's Uomo? It smells like you're sitting in a coffee house or a bakery. You're eating fresh tiramisu, drinking coffee, all of that, and then some.
What was that final part there?
Was it A?
I'll
reread the quote. Who said this about Ferragamo's Uomo? It smells like you're sitting in a coffee house or a bakery. You're eating fresh tiramisu, drinking coffee, all of that, and then some. Was it A, delicious delights? B, a gentleman's journey? Or C, fragrance fanatic 1?
Oh, this is tough too.
Okay, all right. I'll bare my soul right now. Unfamiliar with 2 of those 3.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to say A Gentleman's Journey because I remember watching a review of his.
It was fragrance fanatic 1.
Wow.
Tyler, you remain on 1 point. Tripleinc could win it.
I could take
Right
it
here.
triple for the 3. There you
Oh
go.
man. Oh man.
All right. So in the clutch here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to.
A hard one.
We're now getting even harder.
Okay. It should be light work for me then. Easy.
Right.
Yeah.
He's beating me in quality. He's beating me in subscribers. I can't let him win this.
All right. You got to step your game up then. Come on.
The fragrance, Narciso Rodriguez for him.
Yeah.
Was which YouTube fragrance reviewer's #1 spring of 2017, stating, "This is absolutely one of the best wet weather fragrances ever." Was it A, J. Copeland, B, Simply Put Scents, or C, Big Beard Business?
Oh, wow.
You're giving him an easy question, George. I think the last round was so much harder.
Yeah, that's great.
2017 #1.
That's because you watch him.
Let's see. I don't think it's Big Bear Business. I just, for some reason, just don't think it's him. I don't know why. This is between J. Copeland and Simply Put Scents. I know I think he likes that one if I remember correctly. But you're asking me to go all the way back to the spring here. That's spring list. That's half a year ago.
I'm gonna have to push you.
Okay, I'll go with Simply Put Scents. That's my answer. Locking it in.
The person who said this is absolutely one of the best wet weather fragrances ever, who was referring to Narciso Rodriguez, his #1, was Simply Put Scents. Tripleinc wins the first game.
See, that's the reason that was an super easy question is because Big Beard didn't do a spring list.
Yes, but not a lot of people know that. A lot of people assume that
like
everybody
he's new to the community. That's like a given. He wasn't around when the spring list time was happening.
Also,
Hey,
Jay Copeland's
I've got
Apprentice.
I've still got loads of questions. I could take it to 5 if you want to, but I'm not going to be horrible to Tripleinc.
I like a challenge.
We could do a bonus round.
All right, lightning round.
The lightning round.
They're just hating. I'm just too good.
What if you took away the 3 suggestions and we had to just guess who said it?
Oh, that'd be tough.
All right, we're gonna do a buzzer. We're gonna do a buzzer then.
Okay.
Triples one. But we're gonna do a buzzer, right? And so you actually have to say buzz. I'm not gonna give you any options. Okay? The fragrance Infusion Dome was this fragrance reviewer's #1 selection in his first ever top 10 list, and was also the first ever fragrance he reviewed.
Buzz.
God dang.
So that was Tyler, I think,
Who
first.
said it first?
I said, I think, said it.
Tyler buzzed first. Who was it?
Mr. Stephen Redolescence.
Yes, that was it.
Congratulations.
Really?
But I'm afraid the champion who will be getting his 2 minutes of promotion and hype at the end of the show is our champion for today, Tripleinc.
Nice.
Thank you.
So there we go. Well done. So that was pretty simple. We're going to be now moving on to a section called Fragrances That Make You Feel. Obviously, I really do enjoy going into the emotions of fragrance, but I wanted to share that.
Josh, I'm looking at the plan. Why does this say horny on here? Not good, bro. I think we should stay peachy.
I think that James wrote that, actually.
Fragrances that make me feel dank.
Fragrances that make me feel suicidal. Anyway,
Well,
that's actually great. Gray Flannel does that to me. No, okay, so get connected with your emotional side of the fragrances in your collection. So we want to choose one fragrance that makes you feel and why. We've got confident, joyful, romantic, and sad. I'm going to start off here. A fragrance that makes me feel confident. I imagine that a lot of people would choose Apprentice. So I'm going to go for something a little bit more old school for me. The fragrance that I wear when I want to feel confident is Allure Homme Sport by Chanel. Just have so many good memories with it. And when I first started wearing this when I was 18, I felt mature and like an adult. Joyful is kind of a weird one.
Your mic. Your mic.
Yeah, George, your mic is freaking out.
It does that. It does that.
it just does it.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
It just does it. It gets me fighting.
Icon back in gear.
Okay, I'm sorry. This freaking Dunhill icon thing sucks, man. A fragrance that makes me feel joyful is actually weirdly Sean John's Unforgivable. It's something that, again, I wore when I was very young, and it does have that youthful and joyful spirit for me. Romantic would be Dior Homme Sport.
Yeah.
I just feel as though it has that sort of romantic kind of inclination, and also the sort of the ginger and the iris and that sort of more, I don't know, kind of European kind of scent. Just gets me in that mood. And the final fragrance for me would be sad. Is Kisses Rain by Renier Parfums, and this does actually give me a lot of an emotional kind of feeling. It does make me feel a little bit melancholy with the way that it's composed. Really, really interesting one. I've mentioned it a few times, but Kisses Rain, it's kind of like a really somber and like a really somber Fève de Licieux.
Sounds interesting.
Let's move on to Bradley. What makes you feel confident, joyful, romantic, and sad?
Cool. So first one, confident. When I'm looking for something that I just want to smell great and know that it's going to give me that extra confidence boost, whether it be going to a job interview or something, or just wanting to leave a really good impression. I always like to go for something unique. That's definitely nobody else will be rocking. That's Remarkable People. It's awesome. It just really gives me confidence and inspires me to be remarkable, as the name suggests. It's grapefruit, fizzy champagne opening, bubbly and energetic, and just kind of gets me in a very confident state of mind. So that's for my confident.
I've got a decan of that coming on the way.
Dude, yes, you told me about that. You just try that. I want to see your
so pumped
reactions.
I'm doing a first impressions video of it.
Sweet. All right, I'm looking forward to that. Next, Joyful, aka Sunshine in a Bottle for me. That is Bergamot Soleil or Bergamot Soleil from Atelier Cologne. To me, it's just like all the happy memories, especially out of my hometown where I grew up. I wear this every time I go up for summer vacation there for a little bit, and it just reminds me of the bright, tangy, zesty bergamot, sunny, happy days. Kind of nostalgic in a weird way, but whenever I just feel very joyful and exuberant, I wear this one. I got 2 left. What was the next one? Romantic, right? It's actually a fragrance I don't have right now, but I'm getting it in the way pretty soon. It's from L'Artisan Parfumeur. It's called Amour Nocturne. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever smelled that one. It actually has caramel and gunpowder as the 2 main notes, and it's kind of crazy, but it's awesome. It's like this explosive, sweet caramel, like spicy. I just find it very romantic. If it has depth, it has some richness to it as well, and I think it's amazing. So that's my romantic scent. And the last one is sad. To be honest, should I do it?
Ooh.
I'm just messing with you now.
Bradley, on your channel, your subscribers just dropped down to 4,000.
I know.
He's still way ahead of us.
Cut them in half, right? That's a tough one. I don't really have anything that per se makes me feel really sad and like gloomy.
Yeah.
That's not really.
I normally don't buy those fragrances.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like some that I have a somewhat of a connotation like that with. But really, I do not have an option for that at the moment. Maybe
It's
when
definitely a wild card. It was a wild card kind
Yeah.
of suggestion. Just wanted to challenge you, really.
Yeah, and I think I need to think about that. But maybe as I get more into the journey, stuff will come up with more emotional connections that I'll just be sad whenever I smell something new. But for me, that's a pass. Yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify, it's not necessarily a sad memory, a memory that makes you feel sad, but a fragrance that, because with this one I have here, it just has this sort of melancholy kind of connotation, a bittersweet connotation. So just keep that in mind. Let's go over to Tim. Your fragrances that make you feel confident, joyful, romantic, and sad.
I have quite a few fragrances that make me feel confident because I do buy those fragrances that makes me feel confident. So the one that I'm gonna pick right now is actually my scent of the day because I've just been wearing it so much, and that's Creed's Viking. This makes me feel just very confident. I feel very myself with this fragrance, even though it smells a little bit mature and I'm quite young. It makes me feel just like more powerful. You know what I mean? Like with myself, a lot more confident. For joyful, there's no other fragrance that brings me more joy than this fragrance here, Edition Blanche. Every time I smell it, it's just a really light, like fluffy-ish lemon meringue pie vibe. You really cannot be sad smelling Edition Blanche. Really puts a smile on my face every single time. I love that scent. Romantic. This has been my like go-to scent to wear to my girlfriend's house. Like I would say 95% of the time I go see my girlfriend or when she comes over, I wear this fragrance. This one is Fève Délicieuse.
Loving it.
It's just very cozy, sweet, light, and both me and my girlfriend can actually wear it together. So it is, to me, quite a romantic smelling fragrance. It has a lot of great romantic memories. All right, number 4, sad. This fragrance, I'm gonna do, like for my sad, is actually pissed off. Like this fragrance makes me feel pissed off. This one's Tom Ford's fucking fabulous. The reason I'm pissed off with this is that the name is so provocative, right? I love the name. I love that it's like the name's making a statement. I'm fucking fabulous. You know, I'm different. But the fragrance is like the complete opposite. Like I'm a Tonka bean. I'm just like every other Tonka bean kind of fragrances. It's just very sweet. It doesn't have a lot of character to it. Not that it smells like other fragrances, but it just doesn't have like the Tom Ford like uniqueness to it like the other bottles have. So I'm like disappointed in fucking Fabulous essentially, and I've come to really dislike it the more I wear it. Like it's just too cloyingly sweet for me, and that's saying something. I'm a gourmand lover, and if this is too annoyingly sweet, it's just I don't know. I don't know, man. It wasn't because of the bottle and the name. I probably would have sold this one already, but I'm keeping it because it's such a collector's item.
Yeah. It certainly is. And now over to Tyler. Your fragrances that make you feel confident, joyful, romantic, and sad.
Okay, if we're talking confident, I'd have to go with like the fragrance that feels like I most belong in it. I feel like is the best way to say it, and I would have to say Creed Green Irish Tweed. Might be a bit redundant to say. I feel like having this as your signature scent is kind of like saying I want to smell like every other guy. But to be fair, the quality of it is unmatched, and also the composition of it to me is just it's something so perfect and really wonderful. As for joyful, I'd have to go with, I think this is really no surprise to anyone, but Pomelo Paradis from Atelier Cologne. It's wonderful, tart, bright, fresh, slightly sour, grapefruit. It's really just amazing. As for, thanks, my roommate got me a snack. So as for,
shouts to him.
As for romantic, I'd have to say, and one of them's hiding on the floor right next to me now. Midnight in Paris for romantic, because it's just freaking it's so good. It's kind of relaxing in a sense. It's sweet, seductive, powdery, leathery, kind of spicy in some nuances. I just really love it. It's awesome. This is the EDT too, which lasts a good while on me. Some people don't get that.
I have to EDP.
As for if we're talking sad, this one doesn't necessarily make me feel sad, but it does make me it's not like uplifting so much as it is just comforting when I am sad, I guess is how I would say. And that's Gucci Pour Homme Deux. It's just amazing, relaxing. It makes me feel at ease, warmed. Yeah, it's just a really, really awesome fragrance.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Totally agree.
And you did Joyful, yeah?
Yeah, that was Pomelo.
Of course, yeah. Sorry, I was a million miles away there. Yes, you did, of course. I'm sorry, guys. It's half midnight here. I'm losing perspective of everything. Thank you so much, thank you so much, Team Top 5. Again, if you've just joined us on the show, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. This is the 14th live stream of Team Top 5. Manny from CASCADESCENTS will be joining us very soon, within the next half an hour. If you enjoy our content, then please, of course, subscribe and share on those Facebook fragrance groups. Get us promoted and send the word out. We're going to be answering a few questions that have been asked, and then we're going to be moving on to a show and tell segment where the team members are going to be giving you a 2-minute sort of teaser review, talk about a fragrance that they, right now in their collection, are extremely passionate about and feel as though you should hear about it. But let's answer some questions here. James Cooper, a regular on these streams, thank you for sticking with us, asks, best gourmand fragrances featuring a predominant fruity note. I'm going to start off with Timmy on this one, seeing as he's the huge gourmand lover that he is. Do you have any fragrances that are gourmand based but have a lot of fruity notes or accords?
So we're gonna go fruity now. Gourmand fragrances, when people think of gourmand fragrances, they typically think of sweet, chocolatey dessert, right? The fruity fragrances are typically in the different genre, but I guess you can say that's also a gourmand. With fruity, if you want to go mainstream, the one that is very popular is Plum Japonais. That fruity plum is actually one of the best plum on the market right now if you're looking for plum. Another good one is called Mandrake by Parfums Coton. I'm going to type the name down in the comment section. That one has a really nice pomegranate and rhubarb vibes, really sharp, red, juicy kind of smell. It's actually one of my favorite from the lines. Yeah, my favorite from the Parfums Coton line is called Mandrake. It's in the comment right now. That's a really good one. Another nice juicy type fragrance would be what else off the top of my head? Not a lot really. I tend to like the more desserty, cakey type gourmand, I suppose. But those two, Mandrake and Plum Japonais, are very, very good in the fruity department. Yeah. Definitely worth checking out.
Sounds great. This man is the gourmand man. You should listen to him. Before we go over to Bradley, somebody's just said in the chat about my microphone. Is my microphone doing all right?
It's in and out.
It's doing all right.
It's in and out. Like,
I mean, it's
I don't know.
good
I
now.
have had problems with it. It's just difficult because of the Mac, the laptop that I use. The drivers with the audio are a little bit old.
I think once you get closer to it, it does have a problem. If you're more further away from it, it doesn't have a
Right,
problem.
so we just want to go about here then.
Yeah, that's
All right,
good.
sorry about that, guys. Just broadcasting and journalism. Bradley,
Yes.
my dear boy,
Yes.
let's just do the question again. What popular... no, that's a different one there. Best gourmand fragrances featuring a predominant fruity note.
Okay. So, right away, could you call Pulp by Rado a gourmand a little bit, maybe? Not really.
Not really.
I would not.
That's more citrusy.
I would not
Yeah.
want to eat something that smelled like that.
Like rotting
No.
fruits, right? Okay, so we'll toss that one out then. Really, this is a category that haven't smelled too many fruity gourmand. I think that's kind of a hard category to sort of grasp because there are two vastly different things. You got the sweet gourmand things, and you have fruity, and those normally stay separate, but it's kind of hard sometimes to find them intermingled.
Sorry to disrupt you here, Bradley. And also, I'm going to say about fruity gourmands, they're usually feminine fragrances, or usually the fruity gourmand types. Like I can name quite a few fruity gourmands from the female side, but not really the men's side.
This Dior absolutely blooming is.
Okay, let's just stick with Bradley for now. Go on, Brad.
All right. So this is actually, I have a sample of, it's from Parfumerie J-ROYL, and while it doesn't have, I'm looking at Fragrantica right now, it actually doesn't have fruity notes in there. I swear it has a very fruity-like appeal while still being like, to me smells like fruits and chocolates pretty much. And that's called Musk Mori, I believe, Mori. So I've had a sample of that, and it just smells like fruits and chocolates, like strawberry chocolates and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So go check out that one if you're kind of looking for that sort of feel. And another one is from Armani Privé, and that's Ombre Eccentrico. I believe that has plum in there. It's very heavy, ambery plum scent. So if you're looking for like a dark, fruity, but yet very sticky, kind of a sweet scent, try Ombre Eccentrico. So those would be my two.
Absolutely fantastic, Bradley. Got some fragrances there that I haven't heard of that makes me sound very interesting. Let's go over to Tyler. Go on.
I would say the original Boss bottles.
Interesting.
Apple, cinnamon, vanilla. It's hard because there aren't really that many fruity gourmands for men, like we were saying. Maybe with a stretch, Virgin Island waters. That's drinkable, I guess.
Definitely.
How I'd put it. And I mean, if you want to categorize Apprentice as something edible, I don't really see that, but that's fruity. So that's pretty much all. I'm much more into the more like sickly kind of sweet gourmands.
Okay, well, I'm surprised that nobody mentioned the thing that came straight to my mind, which is Angel Men Pure Malt. Which is obviously a gourmand because it has the coffee and all those elements, but it does have a really sort of fruity mid-tone to it, dried fruits. That to me has a good solid fruity scent. But then after that, I do agree that a lot of these fruity gourmands are more aimed towards feminine fragrances. But it's an interesting niche, and some, people should really start getting on that. So that is good. Leon, 120 ml, really quick and simple question. Which is better, Dior Homme Intense or Fève Délicieuse? Let's start off with Bradley.
I mean, it's kind of hard to compare the two. They're definitely do much different things. If you want to, I mean, just in terms of scent, I think Fève Délicieuse is a little bit better constructed. I definitely could dry down a little better. I mean, they're both definitely good and they do different things, but I think overall Fève Délicieuse will blow DHI out of the water any day, I think.
Yes! Yeah. Bradley!
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we're talking older batches of DHI, maybe there's a little more of a topic there, but at least for 2015, 2016 batches that you can get, not a chance.
My goodness! Well, this could be quite an unexpected turn on the hero, the god that is Dior Homme Intense. If that carries on, let's go over to Timmy from Imagine Scents.
This is honestly a very easy answer.
F Dizzle DHI. Let's go.
F Dizzle, Fabulous all the way. To me, and that's biased because I don't like Iris. All right, so just putting it out there is pretty biased because I don't like Iris. Not like if I was to judge DHI as a fragrance as a whole, I have smelled some older batches and I feel like it's a very well layered fragrance. There's a lot to it. I definitely love the development in that fragrance. I just don't like the smell itself for personal taste. But Fève Delicieux is, to me, it's a quite linear tonka bean scent. It stays as, you know, it's just really strong in the opening. It just fades, but the scent kind of stays linear. So it depends on what you like. If you like a more layered, more complex, DHI is the better fragrance here. But if you like a more, you know, really rich, linear, but just knows what it's doing. It's being a tonka bean monster, and that's what it's aimed to achieve, and it achieved it quite well. So with that said, Fève Delicieux would be the better fragrance. But for the purpose of this live stream, I would say Fève because that is my favorite of the two.
Lovely. Tyler.
So free. Fève any day.
Oh my goodness.
DHI dethroned.
I love DHI. I actually almost bought both of them. Like I almost just bought. I was debating between the two, and I didn't get either. But
oh, come on, man.
Both are great. Yeah, I went with Millie instead, but both are great. But Fève bodies it any day. Like not even like fair. Like it would end up on World.
Like Shaquille O'Neal versus some basketball player just in the post.
Like sports person versus another sports person.
Sports. Yes. Gotta love it. That's why we review fragrances. Anyway, yeah, for me, it would actually be F Dizzle as well. I can't believe that the consensus of these four people on a live stream have come to this decision.
Well, Manny's not here to say DHI, so.
Yes, but whilst you're not here, you don't count. Remember that.
True.
Yeah, no, Manny and James both would definitely pick DHI in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, this is why results can be skewed in consensuses and polls. But for us four people here, it's going to be Fève Delicieux. My thoughts are that I've always had a bit of a tapered history with Dior. I'm intense. I do really enjoy it, but Fève Delicieux just really does it for me in what I want. So Leon, 120 mil. That is your answer for the evening. It is Fève Delicieux over Dior Intense. Can you believe it?
I just smelled my decant of Fève for the first time in a long time, and oh my god, it's amazing! Like I forgot how good it is.
Yeah,
it's so good.
For me, the opening, there's something that is not. That's why I don't have a bottle.
Plastic baby
there. Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I read that on Fragrantica. That's all I get. It's so
same thing happened with F Black for me. Someone said it smells like baby wipes, and I can't get that out of my mind.
Hold up, Salvatore Ferragamo F Black.
It smells like sanitary wipes.
Don't ruin my collection here.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't hurt Tripleinc.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Kyle Armstrong asks a question that I do believe that we've touched on before in previous streams, but let's absolutely iron it out and give the answers as directly as we can. What are your favorite rose fragrances for men? I'm going to start off with Tyler this time.
You caught me with a mouthful of chips.
Yeah, well, that's what you get, you know, when we're trying to do a live stream.
Tyler, stop eating.
At least Timmy kind of gets away with it in a way. But
okay, favorite rose fragrance
for men.
For men.
Yep.
If we're talking designer, I'd say Declaration d'un Soir.
Yeah. Nice.
Love that stuff. If we're going, I'd say if we're going like niche wise or I guess indie in this case, it'd be Slow Explosions from Imaginary Authors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is unreal. The rose feels like kind of like juicy almost. It's so good. Love that stuff.
I gotta try that one on skin. Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't an Artelier. Have Artelier even done a rose fragrance yet?
They
Rose
have.
Anonyme.
Rose Anonyme.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't love it for men, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Okay. So moving on to Bradley. Favorite rose fragrance for men?
I actually just very, very recently discovered this one. I think you guys all probably know it, but I've been on a search for a really good rose fragrance because I'm looking at my collection. I don't have anything for rose at all. And I feel like that's one thing I really need. You know, if I want to get all these different things in my collection, I kind of want to have it well rounded. So I wanted a nice rose scent, and I just got a sample of it just to kind of test it out, and it's amazing. It's from Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loving it.
Like
that one.
Such a complex rose note in there, and the vanilla I think has violet as well. And it's beast mode too, by the way. I mean, it's so strong, and like velvet fits in perfectly. It's super smooth, velvety, kind of sweet, but just the quality and the way it was blended, and the rose you can definitely sense it in there. But it's unisex, 100%. I think. Yep. It's awesome. Yeah, that will be in my collection by the end of the year, I would say. So.
I look forward to it. You know what? That would be a sick review, actually.
Yeah,
that would be. I would love that review. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Timmy, hit me up. What's going on? Rose fragrance.
I have two answers. One of them was Oud Satin Mood because that is one of my favorite rose. I do own a bottle of it. It's upstairs. Like I wear it a lot in Alaska because it is such a beastly strong fragrance, and you realize for sure that one thing unique about that fragrance, it doesn't ever stop projecting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's true. It's true.
It just keeps going on and on and on. But that's a great one. Another good one that I feel like it can be more can lean more on the masculine side is Cassini by the House of Matriarch. That's a really, really dark smelling rose. Like it's almost akin to like a black rose kind of smell. Really dark, woody rose. So that's quite masculine in my opinion.
Yep.
Really, really lovely scent. Not nearly as beastly as Satin Mood, but definitely great for a date occasion, more subtle wear and stuff like that. So that's my second favorite. Yeah.
That's really, really good, solid answers. Mine would be Rose Barbare by Guerlain. That is probably my favorite rose of all time. It's a beautiful, watery rose with a lot of different textures that I get from it. Water, sweetness, a floral. Really, really good. I like the different textures and different feelings that I get from it. I also Lyric Man probably from Manny there.
True.
In spirit, most definitely.
Lyric Man from Awaj?
Yeah, so it's Lyric Man from Awaj. Or one of the Byredo ones, all of them, please. Shouts to me. Of course, Portrait of a Manny. God, I've got to stop reading the chat. Another one, it's a bit under talked about, but of course everybody who watches me probably knows how I feel about it, and that is Potion Royal Black. It's got a synthetic rose note, but I really like the way that it blasts off with the leather and the oody darker elements of it. So in the chat, what is your favorite rose fragrance for men, or just in general? Let us know in the comments. So I've just sort of lost my thread there with questions. Hang on a second. Sorry. Dear me.
Portrait of
we're gonna all right. If we could take a few more questions, and we're going to do the hot or not section when Manny comes into the stream, because we can't. I don't really feel as though you can really do a hot or not without Manny. He's the pioneer of all of that kind of stuff. So Chris asks a question that makes me feel. I don't know how that question makes me feel, but it is an interesting and certainly relevant question. What fragrance smells so good to you that if you could, you would drink it?
Wow.
That is quite a peculiar question, but we're quite peculiar people, so what's a fragrance that honestly you could just think, geez. In fact, here's an interesting story. The company Robert Piguet, when they launched in London in Harrods, they booked out the cocktail bar, and they actually made cocktails and drinks based off of the fragrances that they were selling.
Wow.
So you had one for Fracas, you had one for Visa, a lot of different things. So this is actually something that has been utilized in fragrance companies before. But I'm going to start off with Bradley.
Okay.
A fragrance that I know what it is.
You
I know
do?
exactly what it is.
I don't think you do.
I know. I
have
think
two
I
of
do.
them. I have 2 of them. I bet you won't get either.
I know what one of them is, or I'm guessing that one of them is Orange Sanguine by Artelier.
No, although that is another good one. I wasn't thinking about that one. I was thinking about these 2
I
actually.
know you too well.
All right, 2 of them. First one's going to be Eomasi Parfumerie Générale. If you like any kind of hazelnut creamy coffee, this is the one for you.
Lovely.
I mean, it's like literally mouth-watering how good it is. It just has the best creaminess to it. Just amazing. So all coffee lovers, check that out. Now, another one is You or Someone Like You, Tat Louver d'Orange. So imagine if you guys ever have a Chick-fil-A. I know here in the States we do have one, so sorry, George, if you don't have one. But basically they have a drink that they
At least
came
we
out
have
with
fruit
this
and
summer.
fiber.
That's right. We do not
By
have
the fire.
Yeah. So if anybody's had that watermelon mint lemonade drink that they had this summer, the opening of this is verbatim exactly like that drink. Like it's creepy how it is. So on like really hot summer days, I just put this on as much as I want and feel like I just want to drink it pretty much. So those are 2. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Orange Sanguine is good. Yeah.
Orange Sanguine is good, and you've actually, one of the suggestions that you gave has actually given me an idea, so I appreciate that, Bradley. Let's move on to Timmy, the person who does love his more, so this should be an easy answer for him. Hit me with it,
I mean, to drink, right? To drink, I wouldn't really, I wouldn't drink Fev. I would feel like I want to eat it. I wouldn't drink it.
Make a great dessert. Make a great dessert.
Make a great dessert. I don't know if I want to blend that up and drink it. But
no.
Drinking wise, definitely Saint Julep, Imaginary Authors. Oh my god, I would love a Saint Julep drink. Okay. Ultra Cess, that orange. Come on, guys, who doesn't like a really refreshing orange juice?
That's a good answer.
What else? There's quite a few. Cedral Laurent, of course. Given. I don't know, so like, you can name a lot of good like just Bergamot fragrances as well that who make good drinks. I would say what was that? Is it Uber Immortel by Radio that has the limoncello?
Yes.
Opening. I would drink the opening. I wouldn't drink the rest of the fragrance.
It's really good.
But I would drink the opening, the limoncello. Gosh, there's so many drink related stuff that's good. But I'm just gonna stop here. I'm throwing all those ones out there right now.
That's fine. That's fine. I knew that you were probably going to have quite a catalogue of answers, so you did not disappoint there to me. Tyler, if you could drink one of your fragrances, just like I did with CK1 Red, and then fell into an explosion, what would it be?
I actually have a lot. So here we go. Rapid fire.
Oh boy.
All right.
Millésime Imperial.
Oh.
It smelled like it would taste like salty fruit juice. Silver Mountain Water, which is just tea, fruity tea.
Nice.
Gucci Pour Homme 2, because spicy tea.
Spicy tea, yeah.
I would imagine on a hot summer day, drinking some Nautica Voyage would be really refreshing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much too.
Yeah.
No,
It's about the price of a water bottle at any amusement park, pretty much.
My 2 ateliers, Cedrat and Pomelo, I'd say, are the 2 ones that I would drink because super tart, super tart, and then super refreshing. And then my 2 amens that I would drink, I guess, Ultra Zest, like you said, Timmy, and one Pure Tonka. Pure Tonka, to me, I always describe to people as it smells like a fresh baked cookie dipped in hot chocolate. So like I would definitely want to drink that.
Right.
Those are my like 10 choices.
Oh man, we could have made a top 10 video out of this, or a top 5 at least.
Yeah, it could have been like at least a top 5, top 10.
Top 5 fragrances that Jeremy made me drink.
Jeremy made me drink. Yes, let's do it.
Top 10 alcoholic beverages that James made me drink after the second video. Shout out to James. We love James. We miss him. I was very disappointed to find out that he is on vacation. He can't be here. We're absolutely missing you. And I'm sure that all the chat is. Chat, please show your love for J-ROYL. Show him that we miss him. Anyway, fragrance that I would drink would actually be Espresso Royale by Sebastian.
Coffee. All day.
Because it has that coffee thing, but one of the things that I really do get from it is like a liqueur, like a coffee alcoholic liqueur. I could imagine that would be an absolutely fantastic drink. Ultra Zest, I'm completely, I'm there with you guys. Nautica Voyage, not so sure, but Espresso Royale, definitely. And I would probably be more inclined by Sean John Unforgivable than Milice Imperial, because Sean John Unforgivable, of course, contains the note of rum.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
So that would be quite a spicy meatball, as they say. Oh, and pure malt.
Oh yeah.
For obvious reasons.
I'm not of age to drink pure malt yet.
Come over to the UK, you can drink what you want.
That's right.
That's actually true. So, yeah, I know. Okay, so we should be expecting Manny anytime soon. I don't really want, we're going to do a show and tell, like I said, when we give off the recent fragrances, but Manny has got quite a specific taste, and I really want to know, what he's very passionate about at the moment. So we're going to go for a few more questions and just sort of general chit chat. Is there anything new fragrance related that you would like us to talk about, or just questions that you have in mind?
I saw one a while back. It was like a good fragrance for homecoming / tailgating. I thought that was interesting.
What is that? Is that an American thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
So you don't know either of them, or
What's tailgating? When I
so
saw that, I thought that was illegal.
like no. So that's like sort of like a pre-party or an after-party. Like you go, let's say, to a soccer match or something, football match. Outside the stadium, you'll have grills set up. There'll be some drinking, and you'll be sitting around waiting for the game to happen. And then you go in, or after the game, or you can just watch it from outside. That kind of a thing.
Well, that is quite weirdly relevant, because I did recently go to a cricket match, and I knew, which is the most British thing ever, whilst drinking Earl Grey tea and eating fish and chips. Obviously, I actually didn't know what that meant.
Mike,
because I'm.
You got too close to the mic.
Man, I move away from the mic to breathe in. Hashtag chocolate rain reference. So actually, that's a fantastic. I'm gonna. Who was that? Who asked? It was Chris,
that was
wasn't
a while
it?
back. Let me check.
That was a good question. I didn't know.
Oh, it was ED James 0832.
Right. Well, ED James 082. I apologize. I didn't actually know that, but that's because I'm a daft Brit. So that's a really good question. Actually, now that Bradley's actually explained that to me, and I'm a little bit less ignorant than I was 5 minutes ago about the world. Bradley, what is a fantastic homecoming or tailgating fragrance for you?
And then, like, homecoming is just, usually like a high school dance right before a big football game. Yeah, sure. Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
So for something
I have
like
seen
that,
the film with Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you know what that is. All right. Yeah. So for homecoming, I'm assuming this is for high school age, because that's usually what that's for. Why not go something really loud and playful and bombastic, sort of? So how about Eros Versace? I don't personally like it, but I know it smells really great in the air, and if you're heating up a lot, and that's that type of young, youthful vibe you're going for, why not give it a shot? It's a really good performance too. And then for, let's say, tailgating, the more mature type of party, I think a boozy scent would really fit that nicely. So you could go for something like pure malt, and just any other type of really boozy scent that you were looking for, something playful, something that has definitely a bit of that sort of vibe going for it. Yep. So those are the two I would say.
Fantastic. Tim, over to you.
For homecoming, I actually agree with Brad saying Versace Eros is a great fragrance. But it's cheap too. It's not expensive. You can spray away, guys. Just don't overspray. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Don't overspray Eros. That's quite a potent fragrance. For tailgating, I would go with CHMann's Privé. The sweet whiskey vibe. I feel like this is pretty much an all-age kind of fragrance. Anyone can pull it off, really.
Yeah.
It's great, and I feel like it would fit that occasion quite well. Really good.
That's great. Great fragrances right there. To Tyler.
All right, I would go with just mentioned it, Pure Tonka by
Yep.
Thierry Mugler.
Nice.
So,
Not
so
not on
what occasion is this?
homecoming. I don't tailgate, so
Yeah.
You
I
just
don't
had
really
your
know what's
homecoming.
except. Yeah, I just had it, a few days ago. So this homecoming, I would choose this because actually last year I was a senior in high school, and I actually got this around the time of homecoming, and this is my girlfriend's favorite fragrance on me, and so around that time last year we were kind of strengthening our relationship and lots of things like that. So we really kind of we really fell in love to this fragrance. So like it's a very comforting scent for me in that sense. So that's kind of what I like about it, and that's why I would choose it. I think it's kind of romantic.
Holy
Wow. Well, I think I'm about to throw up, but thank you for that, Tyler. That's no, that's absolutely beautiful. I'm just completely bitter because I'm single at the moment. So you know what? That's absolutely fantastic. So good for you, mate.
Leave us
Thank
a
you.
comment down in the comment section below your resume for applying to be George's new girlfriend.
Get out.
Application.
Go.
We
How tall are you,
accepting
George?
application.
Tim-
Must be.
Tim, you're a little bit high off of the fact that people are saying that your design looks great, and there's no need to get cocky about it. You know what I mean?
Wait, George, you know what this reminds me of? Whenever your mic goes like that, that reminds me of that triggered meme where it's like, like that screen just shakes and you're. That's like exactly what it reminds me of.
I was very triggered by what Tim said.
Has anyone
Listen,
seen
I got to get a new. I don't know. This microphone is really good. I've recorded reviews of it. I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't like live streams.
Has anyone seen the
that
boneless pizza video?
Yes.
If you've seen boneless pizza, that's what it reminds me of.
Let's try and keep on topic. My homecoming, I would just completely I just completely go for it. No half measures. I'd go 1 million by Paco Rabanne.
Damn.
Because I'm just, why not? If you're gonna do it, just do it, right? Tailgating. Well, I went to the cricket recently, and that's my only point of reference. And I was wearing, and I went to the hot dog stand, and I had Bond Number 9 New Harlem because when it comes to games and things like that, the thing that I associate that with is autumn and cold, a little bit chillier weather. So yeah, Bond Number 9 New Harlem, fantastic social scent, gets a little bit of hate, but I've been absolutely loving it.
Nothing says tailgating like a little Bond Number 9 racism.
Right. We talked about this before the stream. You get 3 strikes and then you're out, Tyler, and you're banished to the zero realm of which you can never return. Anyway, I just read a really good question. Oh, yes. Good sense for an all black outfit, and I'm going to say even with a I'm going to say a suit, and I'm going to say even a black shirt as well. So you're completely security guard style, all black. Okay. So let's start with Timmy this time.
Can you repeat that question?
No. Anyway, next question. Moving on. Let's go with Tyler. An fragrance for an all. No, let's go with Tim. Tim, fragrance all black clothing. It's a suit. You're even wearing a black shirt. It's full on security guard mode. Right.
Pardon, Nasumato.
Brilliant.
Black, dark, I think has a really masculine, sexy vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing else like it too. Unique. Would be great in a suit.
Yeah, I'm loving that. That's. We've started strong, people. We've started strong. Tyler, top it.
Tom Ford Noir Extreme.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a nice one too.
Wow.
Noir Extreme.
I love that stuff.
Okay.
I want to pick up a bottle, but it's like still, it's really expensive for a designer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Staying up.
Better than anything in the private blend.
Whoa. Shots fired at the B.
That's almost a second strike. That is almost a second strike, Tyler.
That's 20 strikes for Tyler.
That's 20 strikes and a loss of 500 subscribers.
Hey, the man's an amazing filmmaker, but private blend designer?
Wow, okay.
Bradley, teach this child some
manners. Right, okay. So actually, I really like the concept of sorting, fitting a fragrance with a certain outfit. I think the two go hand in hand 100%. So I may make a video on this topic sometime in the future. I think it's really interesting and not too much talked about. But anyhow, all right, I have a lot of options here, actually. So for an all black, let's say suit, if you're going really expensive and nice, Back to Black by Killian, just because, first of all, it's in the name, and it has a super mysterious, seductive kind of a thing to it. If you want to go designer, you go with the original Tom Ford Noir, the Eau de Parfum. That one, like you said, George, it has like that gothic graveyard type of a feel. It's super kind of dark and mysterious and eerie kind of a feel to it. That one's really nice. You could go with, let's say, if you're wearing a black leather jacket and stuff like that, Dark Rebel. It's got the rum, really spicy, masculine. And I actually went to a little amusement park thing a couple days ago, and I was wearing a nice black leather jacket and stuff. Another one is Do Your Own Parfum. Really great, especially in the dry down. It has the vanilla, the booziness, and super masculine and rugged kind of at the same time. So those are my 4, I think. Kind of gave a lot, but yeah, those are the ones I wear.
The original Noir is good.
The original Noir is really good. It's I love the original Noir by Tom Ford, actually.
I think it's a little too classic 80s woman, I think. And that's not a knock against it at all, but it's kind of a woman powerhouse fragrance, which to me I can't really pull off. But
no, I personally kind of don't envision it as that. One of the things I'm going to say about Tom Ford Noir is that when people would come into the store and people said, I would always dread when people would say to me, I like Tom Ford Noir, can you get me something similar? Because I would just be like that. Because the one thing that you cannot deny is in the current climate of fragrance today and in the current culture, it is very, very unique. It's extraordinarily unique fragrance.
Not even its flankers are like it.
No, no.
Noir Extreme is very different.
Noir Extreme is a lot more what you'd expect from a designer, and Anthracite is
weird,
sort of like Narciso Rodriguez with a bit more cauliflower. Anyway, so for me, all black fragrances, I would probably go with the original Instant de Guerlain Eau Extreme.
Yep.
Very mysterious, very dark, very moody. I'd say that Pardon was smashed it really, Tim, with that.
Ooh, but, I forgot one. Black No. 1 from House of Matriarch.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
both in name and fragrance.
And even though I'm not really the biggest fan of it, I'd say that Tuscan Leather.
I can see it.
I mean, it just absolutely resonates. That whole thing, that whole sort of vibe.
Maybe Royal Oud.
Yeah, Black Afghan.
I mean, for some weird reason, I can't imagine that without the white shirt. I just feel as though because it has that sort, it does have a little bit of balance. Tuscan Leather is like really intense. Have we got any information on Manny?
No, not really.
Yeah, he doesn't like Parfums de Marly. He loves Byredo.
True. It's all the info you need right there.
Yeah. I don't know if we've talked about it before, but seeing as we have got a bit of time here, what are we thinking about Tom Ford Anthracite? I know it's probably been discussed before, but I just want to kind of give it a bit of a center spotlight here because I think it is one of the more interesting fragrances that's been released recently, for better or for worse. Bradley, what do you think of Tom Ford Noir Anthracite?
I was just not impressed with it. I can't really get behind it. I think James and I talked about this, of how it has a very flat smell and kind of is lacking depth a little bit, and it just comes off as kind of strange. Like when I smell it, I just think of how much I like the original better, pretty much. And I just can't get that out of my head. I'm like, you know, they tried something new, but it just didn't quite work for me. So yeah, it's definitely a pass on me, unfortunately, because I really wanted to like it. It sounded like a cool name. I was getting really hyped for the release, but it just kind of let me down, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move on to Timmy. Your thoughts on Tom Ford Anthracite?
I feel like it's in the wrong bottle. I mean, like it's in a designer bottle, right? I feel like the type of scent that it is a very sort of niche smelling fragrance. I don't feel like it's very mass appealing. You know, when you think of designer, you think of more like mass appeal, more general public's gonna grab and smell this more than the niche bottles. I feel like it would have fit better in the private blend collection, because I do feel like in the private blend, there's not a fragrance that's overly like, that has this kind of DNA in it yet, like this strongly. So I feel like it would fit very well in the private blend, just not in the designer. It's not mass appealing. I don't see a lot of people buying this at all. And personally, I don't like this type of scent. It's too I don't know. I just don't like it. I smelled it. I just dislike it right away. But yeah, it's just in the wrong collection.
Yeah.
Right. I get you. Okay. T-Dog.
What a freaking bizarre release. I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that. It was such a strange release. You know, I commend its originality and it's trying to do something new, but I don't think they read the market particularly well on it. Because I don't think it's going to sell. I think this could mean the end of the Noir line, if it really tanks.
Yeah.
But not for me. I've seen some people who enjoy it. But yeah, not really for me. Don't really like it. It doesn't necessarily smell bad to me so much as just not really up to my taste.
No. Okay. I kind of feel the same way, as in I commend its originality, I commend its uniqueness, but at the same time, that is a unique and original smell, but at the same time, you're in the business of getting people to buy things that they want to wear. You know, and people do wear unique and weird things that are unusual, but Anthracite, to me, smells like Narciso Rodriguez for him, but on steroids. It's got that wet cement kind of feel mixed in with cauliflower. And on that subject, I want to propose to the team here a sort of a question. We can have a little bit of a general discussion about it. Are Tom Ford just in general trying to be weird?
On purpose?
On purpose. They've done the Tom Ford Anthracite. A couple of years ago, they did the, what was it, the Ver line?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's three, which smelled like
what a great
I don't actually remember the name. Yeah, but it was very 70s. It was very unusual. It was very avant-garde, and this is quite an unusual thing for a company that's owned by Estee Lauder. Do you feel, or let's start a discussion about, is Estee Lauder just think to itself, oh right, well people who like Tom Ford just like weird stuff, so let's just give them weird stuff. So this is kind of an open discussion. People can just chime in when they want, but we're going to start off, with Brad. Do you feel like that? Or?
That's definitely an interesting question. I don't really know too much about Estee Lauder, and just in terms of like what other companies they have on their wings. They're so all I need to know about them. Yeah. But I could sort of see that. I mean, that Tom Ford has always been one of those avant-garde type of designer houses. He has a certain image with his brand where, you see his advertising, right, with the oud wood, or was that what that one? We just had, this very graphic, nudity, we'll say, in his advertisement. He has. So obviously he goes through these kind of racy themes, and maybe they just realize that it definitely works. It gets the attention of people. So maybe they realize that the fragrances, they are kind of a little bit strange. I mean, I wouldn't call them like crazy weird, but I'm not really sure. I think they're trying to take the house in a more safe direction, is what you would think, to make more money. But I don't know. It's just a mind bender. To me.
Yeah, especially with a release. I mean, it feels very as though they are doing a lot of weird kind of things. So what was that?
We're gonna have a game.
You got really triggered.
Yeah.
Every time George's mic go off, we're gonna like
Let's all get
shake our head
triggered.
really hard.
Just so you know, we're all gonna be like.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get a new microphone. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to.
We can make it into our own meme. We can take a picture of you, and then we can have it be like trigger. Let's make it happen.
When David says that Melissa Imperial doesn't last.
When you've gone an hour without mentioning that you prefer Dior Homme to Dior Homme Intense.
Yeah, I know. That's that. No, I get it. So that's fine.
You scared my dog, George.
Listen, I'm sorry, Raphael. This is why people hated me on that Red Essence fragrance review. This is why nobody mentions me. I just scare everybody. The conversation we're talking about right now is the current state of Tom Ford. All right, stop it. Love of God. Love of God.
Be a new thing.
This freaking microphone. This freaking Dunhill icon microphone is on purpose because I gave it a bad review. It's trying to screw me over. Okay, so the conversation we're talking about right now
Karma.
is Tom Ford. Are they just releasing weird stuff to be weird? Do they not fully understand the Tom Ford audience? We want to hear your views in the chat, please. But Tyler, what are your thoughts on the Tom Ford and their releases?
I think they're wannabe weirdos.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they actually they think they're really weird. Like if we were to equate this to like filmmakers, I'd say they think that they're rule breakers. They think they're Quentin Tarantino, but they're like complete. I think they're playing it safe because they know that we'll eat it up because it's somewhat weird. Like you want weird, like if you want real weird, take a look at Etat Libre d'Orange because Jesus Christ. You get they have a semen fragrance. That's like I mean that's unlike anything. Like you want to start being weird, Tom Ford, release something that is borderline unwearable and is just a goddamn statement if you want to be taken as weirdly as you seem to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's out making films now and he's an awesome filmmaker.
Yeah. Yeah, in any sort of art form, you will have artists or companies or production houses that will try to just make things to seem weird, but there is no actual intention or passion behind it. They just want to be different. Tom Ford triggers me apparently more than anything else on this stream.
No, it's your mic.
Or Estee Lauder. Yeah, Estee Lauder's trying to hack the stream, guys.
Stream.
I was gonna say though, I do appreciate how unapologetic Tom Ford as a man is in what he does. The man's clearly a genius. I just wish the people making the decisions at his company, because I don't know if it's him necessarily anymore. I wish the people making the decisions at his company were, because while I don't love any of the private blends,
any, not a single one.
Neroli Portofino.
Are you kidding me?
Nice. Yeah. They don't last.
One private blend fragrance.
Oh,
no.
Manny's here. Yay.
Hashtag
oh
standard.
my goodness. We're just going to keep talking about this.
Came right into the crossfire.
Yeah, you caught right into the crossfire.
Yeah, no, I don't like a single one really.
Oh my goodness.
Noir de Noir is I'd say Tobacco Vini is okay.
Okay.
But-
Yep.
Wait
a minute.
Smashing Tom Ford. That's pretty much.
Manny, lay down the law, bro.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the winner of the first ever Jeremy Fragrance Reviewing Contest. He is loved for his modern journalistic style, outside-the-box videos, including games and questionnaires, and is a pioneer for bringing the contemporary YouTube video style to the fragrance community. It's Manny from CASCADESCENTS.
I'm so flattered. Oh my gosh, that was so lovely. Thank you for being a lovely host so far.
It's all going to be downhill from here, Manny, I can assure you.
No, and that's
a
okay.
wasteland of memes so far.
So I might as well chime in with first off, Scent of the Day, Fierce Cologne by Abercrombie & Fitch. I'm reviewing it soon, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
So there's that, and I just came from work, so it's
Hashtag
nice.
standard.
Hashtag standard. That's what's up. Obviously, I'm standard Cascade Scents. Y'all know already.
Yep.
My name's Manny. it's just like, yo, Tom Ford, because we're on this topic. And I love T-Dog. That being said,
Yep.
let's be real. Tom Ford is super more often than hit than miss lately, mainly because the creative direction is kind of questionable as far as if you're Tom Ford or say Estee Lauder, you want to cover your bases. That's what Private Blend Collection has done for a number of years now, as far as covering just about every genre. It's just some of the genres that they've been covering lately feel so uninspired. Number one, the Vera series, which I heard brought up maybe 5 minutes ago, they're already discontinuing 2 of them. I'm not sure if you guys know. By the end of this year. So that is a thing. Like, it's just, it goes to show that you know, their quote unquote, you know, audience that you guys say may or may not feel, you know, what's it called, a weird per se. Like, clearly they aren't that weird if they're not falling in love with some more of the unconventional stuff, with like even like Shanghai Lily taking its exit now, you know, and stuff like that. So I think the Tom Ford audience, there's a decent amount of them who would consider themselves edgy as far as like the haute couture kind of style, as far as like what they like, you know, from like higher end, you know, designers and stuff. I think there's people like that who just like bougie stuff. But at the same time, I think people look at Tom Fords and just want to wear the classic Tom Fords, the oud woods, Tuscan leathers, the tobacco vanille, and want to see stuff in that kind of direction. Not, you know, I'm not saying they should be redundant in that way, but I think they should tackle other genres with that level of inspiration as well, which I definitely don't think they've done. Not only that, you have Estee Lauder out here upping the price with reformulations, which looks so ugly, at least when it comes to, like, for example, because like I know they're just an Estee Lauder company as far as a beauty division, but Creed, like, at least when they increase the price, like the scents are still relatively the same. You know, there's not a lot to hate there. There's just a lot to hate with Tom Ford right now because their releases are hit and miss, and then their formulations with the ongoing price hikes, it just sucks. So I kind of echo with what Tyler's saying to a certain extent lately, but overall, like, can a few Tom Ford classics save the entire line? Because let's be real, people only give a crap about like maybe 5 of them tops.
Yeah.
Like, people will have their five or 6. Unless you're one of those who just owns everything. Like, it's kind of sad, the state that Tom Ford Private Blend Collection's in. And just Tom Ford in general. Like, they're discontinuing Tom Ford Man Extreme as well. Like, that's a thing, too. You know what I'm saying?
Did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, real talk, you know, they're just doing a massive overhaul, and I think they're going to come hard with the next few releases, but is it too little, too late? Is the question. Sure. We'll find out.
I was wrong. I do like one. I like oud wood.
Yes.
Yeah,
good for you.
Good
Good for you, Tyler. Good for you, Tyler. Puberty's finally kicking in. Anyway, some really good points from all of the team members, including Manny, who's just joined us. Really good points. We're now going to move on to a little section called Show and Tell. We are, of course, fragrance reviewers. We're active in our collection and collecting and finding and searching for new scents. So we want to give the audience a 2-minute teaser review, talk about a fragrance that right now you are extremely passionate about, something that you just feel at this moment deserves a bit of hype, and that your live audience can get a raw, uncut feeling on. So we're going to start off with Bradley. That you really want to, that you're really into, you're very passionate
about. Which Atelier is it, is what he's asking.
Pretty much. Which one am I?
Yeah, which Atelier is it? Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a little poll right here real quick. Who here loves Gucci Porum 2? Just raise your hands. Raise your hand. Come on. I'm going to see 1, 2.
Good.
Okay, sweet. So
I might be the first proponent of that scent, like, so actively on.
Yeah. Sure. Let's have another poll.
Man, he's getting triggered.
Need to try L'Artisan Parfumeur Tifre 2 if you like Gucci Porum 2, because this takes that to another universe, in my opinion.
I don't think they smell different. I don't think they smell similarly, though.
It's just, well, I mean, I think it's like the spicy elements of Gucci Porum 2 just amplified in here, really. And this, to me, has kind of a poetic sort of a thing to me, because, like, so I think this is supposed to be reminiscent of the Chinese type of tea, right? I think that's how they say it in the description or something on the box. And
Yeah.
I actually don't get a whole lot of tea from it. Maybe my nose needs to develop to it because I don't drink a whole lot of tea anyway. But maybe I get like the tobacco in the opening. It's like a moist, smoky tobacco that is just incredible. And it has these tons of explosion of spices, like a warm gingerbread, a little bit of honey, vanilla, and it has like a certain dryness. I get a lot of ginger in here as well. And like I just smell it. It just wafts in the air. And it's just amazing. It just, I don't know. I really am deeply in love with this in the moment and how just complex it is and how unique. And man, I mean, I still like Uchiporum too. And I like it because it has that more fresher element of the violet leaf, which is nice. But this, especially for fall, I mean, this is just my new favorite thing right now. I love it so much. And it's just amazing how all these spices come into, and it just has, like I said, a poetic connotation for me, which I will get into when I do a review on it pretty soon.
Fantastic. Well, we're very excited for that review. You can definitely tell your passion. In the chat and in the comments right now, what is a fragrance that right now you feel very passionate about, something that sticks out in your mind? But we'll go to another Team Top 5 member. Let's go to Manny. Fragrance that you want to show and tell to everybody.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know what? Here, let me grab it real quick. Okay, sorry.
Absolutely disgusting. How ridiculous. You should have. No, it's fine.
Yeah, we're triggered.
Hashtag triggered already. Good lord, I just got here like 10 minutes ago. Okay, I'm playing. That being said, I love how this is called show and tell, and we're supposed to like hype something for like 2 minutes, but I actually dislike hyping stuff on YouTube mainly because I don't want everyone else wearing what I'm wearing. So I'm like, I try to abstain from that, although I know I overemphasize a lot of the stuff I do, but I'm not doing that for the sake of hype. It's just me, quote unquote, showing and telling people, mainly because I like wearing them, you know, for me, you know, for the most part. But a lot of the stuff I like does get good feedback and is super safe. And I'd say this is too. So this is Poivre 23 by Le Labo and, or Pepper 23. So it's a super dry vanilla for the most part that opens up very peppery. Now the peppery here isn't piercing to my nose like some conventional designer peppers like Spice Bomb and stuff like that. So number one, I really like that because I was looking for a spicy scent that I could use for the cold that wouldn't actually hurt me. You know, just it's not sharp to me. So it's definitely a smooth blend. And the dry vanilla in here with the labdanum and some of the other sweeter elements or the more resinous elements, it's actually reminiscent of Angelique Noir by Guerlain, which I think is really cool. And a lot of people know I'm a big proponent of that scent. That being said, it's a little hard to wear Angelique Noir, and I still think it's brilliant, obviously. But to have something like this that I can wear for just about any occasion in the cold, I can't think of an occasion that this is bad in. Like even at work, I still think it's super safe. I can just go one spray. So I'm a huge proponent of this scent lately. The only thing that hurts it is the value. Like as far as Canadian dollars for the worldwide sale, which ended yesterday because the city exclusives are no longer available worldwide as of October because it's only a September thing. This right here, I paid, I think it was $305 Canadian for a 50 ml, which is the second most expensive scent I've ever bought to any House of Matriarch by ml. So is it a lot? Yes, but the fact that I know I'm going to get use out of this is ridiculous. And it's going to be my top 3 for winter for sure. So stay tuned for that.
Exciting. Let's go over to Tyler from Trademark Scents.
All right.
What is a fragrance you want to share?
I want to get the hype train going. Well, it's already I'm so late to this hype train, but Gucci Peronda, love this stuff. Just got it. It's amazing.
Man,
what I love about it is just, first of all, can we talk about this bottle? Because this might be my favorite bottle.
Yo. That's a weapon, man.
It's a weapon.
Yeah. It's like 1/4 trauma in your hand.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is like, on paper, I get a lot of black tea and I get a lot of violet leaf and stuff like that. But on my skin, it just opens up like to so much spice and cinnamon, and it's just this masterful like pulling from both ends fragrance. Like it's definitely, Bradley said it right in his review. It has a split personality. It's spicy but ozonic and crisp but powdery. It's
so meta.
Amazing. So good.
Oh yeah, quick thing. Another one. You guys know I love that scent. I know. I'm pretty sure everyone does. Another one. Do you have a scent, Tyler, that you can hype that isn't discontinued for the people by any chance?
Isn't discontinued. Good point.
No, I'm just like in case people are interested, because it's not like they can actively try that out anywhere. Yeah.
You can still get Gucci put on to not
relatively easy.
Sephora has it.
Get it.
Notino.
Some Sephora still have lines of it. No, that's while I get that, but like people can't go out and try them. You know?
That's true. That's
like,
true.
For example, like local Sephoras where I'm at are like sold out of them, and they're not getting another one because they're out of production.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I was just gonna say I'll do you one better. One that just got released, Cafe Tuberosa.
Hey, I was
there you go. Yes.
Anyone gotten their nose on this yet?
No, I need to. Is it available in Sephora's like yet? In store, maybe? Okay, I will.
It is. It's Sephora. I bought this from a Sephora.
Okay, I'll be in there.
Oh, Tim knows what I'm calling.
I'm excited.
Right,
I'm excited.
Very, very good.
Huh?
Tim knows what I'm calling for that.
Right then, speaking of Tim, over to you. A fragrance that you would like to show and tell to the audience.
So this fragrance is called Royal Leather by Killian. Now this one I've been saving up to wear in the wintertime because it's undeniably a winter fragrance. Like I haven't sprayed this in at least a month and a half or 2 months actually. I still smell it off the cap like very strong, like I just freshly sprayed it a second ago. It's the strongest fragrance I own, beating Oud Satin Mood, which is saying a lot.
Wow.
But it's also my #1 favorite leather fragrance. It is the sexiest leather in my opinion. Is extremely dark type of leather with a touch of like a powdery floral nuance and a booziness to it. Like as you guys all know, Killian's known for their boozy scent. Just has a touch of booziness, but it's mainly the hardcore like black roughish leather. Yeah, super sexy to me. I cannot wait to rock this in the wintertime. And I would even say, even for the wintertime, this is a no more than 2 spray fragrance. Even for the wintertime, it is that potent. Yeah, you never need more than 2 spray. I myself wouldn't even wear this in the summertime, although I like to wear winter fragrances in my house.
You don't care. Yeah.
Like I would not dare touch this in the heat at all. It would kill me.
I just tried it last week. Yeah,
it's a
beast.
Tim, you can take the boy out of Bethel, but you can't take the Bethel out of the boy.
Bethel out of the boys.
Hashtag Bethel boys. Alaska.
Right. So a fragrance that I'm very happy to share with you is one that I mentioned a little bit on the regular on Team Top 5, but it's always worth mentioning because I do feel as though it deserves hype, and I do actually feel that the company in general, because of its concept, is going to rock the world in the end. Anyway, it is Kisses by Rainier Parfums. This company bases their fragrances and paintings. The guy Rainier actually paints a portrait or a landscape, and then he will create a fragrance from that. So he's an artist through and through. This is kind of like a melancholy, almost somber fragrance. Gives me a wide range of emotions. It's like a somber, bittersweet Fève de Licieux. It's Fève de Licieux, but with a troubled past.
I mean, F Dizzle.
F Dizzle with a troubled past. So this is Kisses Rizzle. Anyway, that has been the fragrances that we wanted to hype with you. You're watching Team Top 5 TTV, the best fragrance-related YouTube stream in the observable universe as proven by science. We're now moving on to a section called Hot or Not. It's a staple within the TTV streams. But before then, we want you to actually ask some more questions, and at the end of this section, we will get to them. So fire away whilst we're doing the hot or not, and we'll collect and answer all of those questions afterwards. So we're going to ask the team to describe their feelings of whether they feel these lesser talked about houses are hot or not.
All right.
We're going to start with Cartier.
Yeah.
Fragrance house that has a good amount of respect, but again, I have tried to pick fragrance houses that aren't really talked about that much in the community. So Cartier first. Let's start with Bradley. Cartier, hot or not, and your reasons why.
All right. I'm gonna say right off the bat, I think it's a hot. Cartier, they're not really in that much talked about fragrance realm, just in terms of other houses like Dior and Chanel and stuff like that. Their fragrances all have, to me, I don't know if this is with you guys too, an old-fashioned type of a vibe, if that makes sense. I mean, not like they're dated, but they smell mature, if that makes sense, which I think is nice. So the ones that off the top of my head, L'Envol is one that I really enjoy from them. And to be honest, I haven't smelled a whole lot from Cartier, but from what I have smelled, I have definitely enjoyed. And yeah, I'm going to say Cartier gets a hot for me. And Manny has been muted. So is George. Oops.
Anarchy reigns.
Yeah, I just trying to mute my microphone whenever I can, so I can stop being triggered. So just trying to do your public service. Anyway, let's move on to Tyler. Cartier, hot or not?
Man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say hot when you like one or two of their fragrances.
Yeah.
The original Declaration is good. Declaration d'un Soir is good. But L'Envol is okay. It's a little weird. I'm going to have to say no.
Yep.
I dropped something and muted myself. I'm going to have to say not.
That's ironic. That's ironic.
It's a no for me on that one, dog.
You just hit us with Randy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so meta.
It's just they don't have enough hits to really. But when they do get a hit, I do actually usually really like it. So
yeah, we're talking about Cartier here, not Pop Idol, I'm assuming. So Triple.
Oh.
Triple. Yours was hot or not? Why are people muting their microphones? Triple, were you hot or not with Cartier?
Hot. Yes, ow.
You're hot. So we've got a hot with Triple. We've got a not from Tyler. Manny, Cartier, hot or not?
Good question. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not sure if everyone's taking into consideration the Laser line and the Oud line, or like Laser Voyages and stuff like that. If anything, I haven't had enough experience with those lines. I heard they're very good, to be honest. That being said, I'm just gonna go off of what I have smelled like. So like the Eau de Cartier line, Délice line, Décoration, of course, L'Envol and stuff like that. I think that Cartier definitely has an identity as a brand as far as what they normally sell, which is of course jewelry and watches and stuff like that. So it's hard to like fault them too hard for their fragrances, because like to me, all these quote unquote designer brands don't like, this isn't their focus, so I'm less harsh on like designers, to be fair. That being said, are they hot? Like Ty said, there's not enough hits, like for real, man. Like I don't think there's anyone who can come up with designer list all time and a Cartier is in that top 10. Like I just can't see it.
No.
And there's not enough of them in like that can potentially be in that conversation. Like I know a lot of people like what's it called? Roadster or Déclaration d'un Soir, stuff like that. I can't, especially with Dune Soir, I can't see it, mainly because like Rose Note, for example, is one that I have to go super expensive with. I'm not willing to cheap out with it, and I'm not trying to sound bougie in that regard. It's just you smell that, and then you smell others of that kind of genre, and it's just like I can't, it's just okay to me. Yeah, they're like 7 out of 10 for like a lot of their stuff, but it's just that there's no standouts.
So we're going hot or not, Manny?
It's definitely a not, because
Not,
it's definitely
okay.
not hot. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2 nots, only 1 hot. Timmy, Cartier, hot or not?
I would Manny. I haven't smelled a lot from their line, but from what I smelled, the decoration line on all the ones that Manny smelled, I've smelled before. They're not to me. None of them really impressed me all too much. So
No.
short answer, just not.
Cartier has definitely got some hardcore fans who really love their line. I think that Roadster is actually one of the best, more conventional uses of mint, but they're not consistent.
It probably is the best.
Well, I don't know. James Healy and Anik Goutal do
In the
have
price
some
point that they're at.
in the price point, and in the more conventional, Roadster probably is the best. I'm sorry, I'm never coming on this stream again. If I'm just going to be turned into a meme.
Embrace the meme.
A living fragrance meme.
Right. GG Productions.
Anyway, so the only big problem with Cartier is that like it's they're very repetitive. They're super repetitive, and they do basically release the same thing because that is their niche.
Yep, I definitely agree with that.
Right, I'm actually about to disconnect this microphone. Right, is it the microphone or is it the actual video?
I think it's just, we're just memeing on you hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There. How am I doing now? Is it better?
Yes.
That is much better.
Okay, it's much better. Right. I'm selling that microphone off to in like a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Anyway, it's official. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I could say it's good, but it's evidently not. It's turned me hosting this into a meme show. Anyway, Cartier's getting a not from me, so overall it's a not for Cartier. I'm still not spazzing out, am I?
No.
No, you can. I'm sorry, I'm just having a laughing fit.
Yo, that was
So I'm vetoing Tyler on the next stream. Anyway, and next house we're going to be talking about is a British brand. It's Shea and Blue. Is Shea and Blue hot or not? Let's start off with Manny.
Okay, Shea and Blue. Good lord. For me, definitely not enough standouts, to be honest. I do like what I've smelled from them. Like Blood and Orange is really good. Whatever the watermelon one is, like watermelons, I like that too.
Yep.
It's cute, you know. Like I don't think I'd own it, but there's not enough scents I'd own from that line. And the way I look at Shea and Blue, it's more like basically like a sweet younger sister of like Jo Malone, like as a brand as a whole. That's how I view them, and I don't think that's disparaging. Like I think that's a cool thing. It's just they just I eat, you know. Like I don't think you can say they're hot based on like 1 or 2 fragrances. Like there's not enough like at least 7 or 8 out of 10s from that line. So definitely not. Like I mean, for the price point, they're all right too. I mean, they definitely perform better than Jo Malone's. But I see what the idea is with them. It's just like 2 main notes or 1 main note, and okay, you want to smell like verbatim whatever the fragrance is called, cool. But like I need a little bit more. So no, not.
Okay, let's go to Bradley.
Seems like a wannabe Atelier cologne to me.
Ooh, wow. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
That aside, though,
Wow.
I haven't smelled a single thing from Shea and Blue, so I'm pretty much in the dark about, you know, how they smell, the quality. Like I said, I have no idea, but I mean, it seems like a house that would be kind of right on my alley. As you can probably tell, I like those photorealistic scents based on a note. I think they're really interesting. And they have a lot of like fresher ones, watermelons and blueberry musk, almond cucumber, just to name a few of them. So I definitely want to try them out and sort of see how they are. And like, you know, the price point seems pretty good too. The bottles look pretty good, but as of right now, I just haven't tried anything. So I feel like I cannot accurately give my answer on if they're hot or not, but I'm interested. So if that counts for anything.
Okay. Mr. Meme himself, trademark scent. Shane Blue, hot or not?
Trademark scents. Wow.
I've smelled one. It was salt caramel, and I liked it. So it's a hot.
Okay.
Oh, what?
So it's a hot.
That's
Hey,
brutal, man.
that's logic right there.
You were
I mean,
such a, you
so
were,
far, they're 1 for 1 for me, so I can't really say.
True,
Okay,
they're
that's-
100% batting aaverage.
I'm losing my life here.
okay, so yeah, you miss 100% of the free throws that you don't take.
I think Michael Jordan said that.
Yeah, or the
God.
shots.
Either
you
that or
don't
Albert
take.
Einstein.
Oh God. Right. Right. Well, that's
It's a hot for me.
so. I mean,
I
the thing
can't
is
believe
it's so absurd, but I can't argue with his logic. His logic's sound.
Yeah.
They must be on pace
Jimmy.
for like 8 for 8.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do like the idea of them too. Like some of the other, like blueberry musk sounds nice.
Oh, it's great.
Bleecker
Yeah,
Street.
it sounds like a stoner scent. Real talk.
Bleecker. You said Bleecker Street.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's terrible. That's like every single fragrance that has pineapple. It's an event. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, Tim, come on. Let's just end this this insanity.
Shea and Blue, I've tried a few of them. I don't necessarily remember what a lot of them smells like because I smelled them like last year.
Ooh.
So but my favorite is obviously salt caramel. Blueberry musk is actually a really nice clean fragrance as well. I would say a hot because one thing is they're creating like creative scent at an affordable price. I always appreciate that in a niche house.
I
We
respect
need
that.
more of these houses. So Social Scent is one of those houses, but yeah, Shea and Blue is definitely a hot house that you do need to check out.
Yeah, I'd say they're
Okay,
still
cool.
like worth checking out for how much they're worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd check it out, though.
I'm going to give Shea and Blue actually a hot because I like quite a lot of their fragrances.
You're just UKAF.
Right, so I'm not having that as an actual reason, but they do manage to get a lot of the British sort of sensibility. I love almond and cucumber, adore it. Adore blueberry and musk. Solid caramel, it's just caramel popcorn, which is a little bit mad, but I think it's quite cool. And I think that their ouds are quite underrated. Very affordable ouds. Ouds and ambers, they're a little bit synthetic, but I think that they're a solid brand for what they do, and especially for the price point. So Shea and Blue's getting a hot.
They are really
Let's
cheap.
Yeah.
They are really cheap, but you know what? They do have a little bit of natural goodness in them, and especially their more fruity fragrances. Moving on to
Am I the only one
James.
who give it a not?
Yeah,
Good lord, y'all suck.
but that's because you're a basic bitch AF.
Oh,
Anyway,
What? That's the most
to-
basic bitch brand. Y'all can suck it. Good lord.
No, lol jokes. So, number 3, James Healy.
Oh my
It is
god.
talked about, but not as much as maybe even James Healy would like. But let's settle this right now. Hot or not?
Oh man.
Let's go to. And he's thinking about it. Let's go to.
No, I know what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go for Tyler first. Tyler, James
Oh, man.
Healy, hot or not?
I am Googling them as we speak.
Wow.
I think I need
Oh
to.
man, you disappoint me.
I
got
think I
some
need to
white man.
refrain. I need to refrain from that one just because I don't know any of them.
Right. Okay. Okay, so,
Mint Fresh. Okay, I've heard of
Yeah.
them. They sound good. Oh, Oranges and Lemons, the Bells of St. Clemens.
Yes.
I need to get
Selma
I need to get that
Wren.
one.
Yep.
That's they sang
Tyler,
that.
you ready? Would
in-
you like to answer, or do you want me to just move on to somebody else?
I shouldn't
I'll
say
answer.
anything. So
Okay, so Manny, James
Yeah,
Healy,
okay.
hot or not?
So Healy Parfums, like James Healy makes cool fragrances. Like I'm not gonna front. I definitely see like the creativity in such rudimentary perceived genres, for example. So I think that's really cool that he tries to put in work for, fragrances like Vetiver Veritas or Saint Marin. I think that's awesome. That being said, I haven't fell in love with any of them yet. You know what I mean?
No.
So I think that's my issue with Healy, because I smell Saint Marin or Eau Sacré or Hippie Rose, and I'm like, there's other fragrances in that genre from other brands that I'd rather wear. Yeah, and that's my issue. Like, I'm gonna say hot though, because there's not a lot of there's nothing that sucks totally from the brand for me. Yeah, but they could be more impressive. But I do respect what he's doing, and I think there's eventually he's gonna make something that I'm really gonna love. But actually, specifically, what I really want to smell that I haven't yet is Note de Yuzu. That looks really cool. Good Lord, I want to smell that so bad. That's my number one anticipated scent now I want to smell actually. But yeah, no, Healy definitely hot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also, just a sort of a public notice, if Team Top 5 members could, have respect and a sort of sliver of maturity whilst fellow Team Top 5 members are answering the question, which our fans would like to hear.
I'm going with the audience. They requested it. I didn't have food, but
I did see that request.
Get food to annoy George.
To deal with the situation immediately.
If you guys request it, I'll do it.
No, but for real, Manny had a really great answer there, and I know that the audience and stuff like that, but what Manny says and the answers are important, and they come first. All right? So, Timmy.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Bars.
Bars.
Yeah, thank you. Timmy, I'm actually just going to get the Hoover out whilst you're answering the question. I hope you don't mind.
No, not mind at all.
Yeah.
Can mow your lawn too.
Did you say the Hoover? Did you say the Hoover? Yeah. Like, the Vetiver de Hoover? You see what I did there?
De Hoover.
Yeah, the vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. Timmy, seeing as you were so great and respectful whilst Manny was answering, why don't you go ahead and answer what are we on now? James Healy, hot or not?
To me, I have really love-hate. I like some of them very much. Some of them are just mediocre. The prices are the price all right for a niche.
Price is good.
Yeah, it's good. So my favorites are Cardinal. Cardinal's definitely a really good one. The mint one what's that one called? Mint
fresh.
That's a super eye-opening mint. Okay, that's actually one I do want to own at some point. But overall, I would say it's not for me, because I smelled most of the line at Barney's before. I'm not really too impressed by most of them. I like some of them, but
overall is a better brand than Healy.
It's half the price.
Okay, if you're factoring that in, I can see that. But still,
it's half the price, and they're going for the similar. I'm doing creative light scent. So I feel like Shade Blue does that a better job with it.
Yo, Cardinal's pretty big, fab.
Cardinal is huge. Cardinal is I love Cardinal. Yeah, I love Cardinal so much. That's my favorite. But that being said, if I only like one out of 20 that I've smelled, then it's not really a hot. No, not for me.
Cool. Tyler.
Yes.
James Healy.
I already said I can't really say anything.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Would you like me to weigh in? Because I'd probably go with hot, just from how they look.
Okay.
And off your advice.
Yeah. Okay. So, Brad.
Okay.
James, I'm just gonna say right. If you haven't smelled them, I know that you're gonna like some of them.
Okay.
But James Healy, hot or not?
Yeah. So I've tested this from 2 samples maybe. I think it was Month Fresh and then the Bells of St. Clemens one. So obviously I don't have too much experience with the house, but from what I've smelled, they're all right. I did like Month Fresh, but I just have problems with performance on both of those. I know it's just from my little sample, but they were great in the opening. They just didn't last 1 second on me really. So maybe the rest of them, if they all go in that direction, it's kind of strange combination of fragrances. I'm just looking on their Fragrantica page right now, and it's just all kinds of crazy different scents. It's like they don't really have a certain direction that they want to go in, and I'm not too sure about them. I'll probably say not. Like, they haven't blown me away from what I've tried, but then again, I've only tried 2. Maybe Cardinal sounds really good, and a couple other darker ones maybe would be awesome. So as of right now, no, but maybe they can change my mind.
Okay, so to me, I got a lot of training with James Healy, and James Healy needs a lot of context, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I would consider him to be a landscape artist of the fragrance game, and one of the biggest things for me is Selma Wren. I'm going to tell you a very quick story because we're going to move on to the next house, but this is the most impressive thing for me. James Healy, when he was growing up in Manchester, my hometown.
Oh my gosh, he's your guy.
He's my guy, yeah. He grew up in the 1980s here, and he would go to House of Fraser, which is actually where I've worked sometimes, and he would see adverts on the television of, classic black and white guy, muscular, in the ocean, walking out of the ocean. Right, and he saw that, and he thought, right, well, that's what the fragrance must smell like. But of course he goes, and it's Yves Saint Laurent's Kouros. And it smells nothing like that. So with Selma Wren, he actually wanted to recreate the scent of when of your skin just as soon as you've walked out of the ocean, with the heat and the citrus and the saltiness from the ocean. Do not spray Selma Wren on a card. When you try it, it is pointless. Try it on your skin, and as soon as you smell it, you're there. So that guy is really intense about it. Cardinal, similar kind of vibe. He wanted to recreate the smell of a Catholic church.
Yeah, he's very
old school. Yeah,
he's very like Grant Wood as far as his approach. If anyone who knows that is, as far as like contemporary American visual artists. So
there's a twist to the story, guys. The reason George likes James Healy is that James Healy is actually George's uncle.
I heely doubt that. Anyway,
wear Heelys to escape your feelies.
Oh man!
Hashtag Healy is my uncle. Like England is my city, Healy is my uncle. You gotta do that.
Healy is my uncle.
Yeah. So he's a landscape artist. He's truly passionate, and I would, now that you know that that context, I'd really give Selma Wren another chance, especially Tyler and Too Fresh, because I know how you feel about your freshies.
Yes.
So we're nearly at the end of the list. This one, I know one person is going to say, at least I'm going to start with him, and that's regarding Tiziana Terenzi. Is it hot or not? Let's start with Tim.
Tiziana Terenzi is to me the definition of what a niche house is. That all their fragrances, or say 99% of their fragrances are just uber niche smelling. But some of them leans a little bit more mass appeal, which is nice. That we need some variety. I like the house a lot. It's still very niche, yeah, that's for sure. That's why I said 99% of the house, like very, very niche. But I do like their creativity. They have a lot of scents in their collection that are not like any other house. Chimera, Al Contrario, to name just 2 of them that I really love so far. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot more. I can't remember them all, but I would say that if you're looking to expand your horizon with fragrances, experience something new, Tiziana Terenzi is definitely like one of the first houses you should check out in the niche realm. So yeah, definitely give this house a hot.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's go for Tyler. Have you tried any of the Tiziana Terenzis?
No. I've tried one.
He's young, guys. Come on, he's young.
I've tried one. I've tried one, and it was Oh, okay. No. I've tried one on skin. I've smelled a good few of them, and I thought they were all kind of eh. So it's a not for me.
Do you remember which one it was?
The one I tried on skin was Al Contrario, and I wasn't a huge fan.
That can be difficult. That is very love-hate.
Yeah.
It is a niche house.
It is a niche house.
True.
Manny, I feel a very long opinion coming, and I'm totally fine to hear it.
Not that
Go for
long,
it, Manny.
mainly because
Okay.
I've only smelled a handful of the fragrances. So, al contrario, I really liked. Problem is, I already have stuff in that genre that I
Yep.
couldn't, moving over for this one. So it's just not practical buy for me at this point, but it is very lovely. I smelled a couple of their like more recent releases, like Luna Nera and like the ones that just came out, and like they're super nice. But to be honest, I've smelled maybe at most 15% of the entire brand, so I don't think I can actually give an answer here. On the basis of them being a niche brand, I think they're very good. From what I have smelled. F it, I'll just say hot, but take that with a grain of salt, guys. Like I've smelled, like I haven't smelled much from them. And what's it called? I think their biggest problem is advertising. I think they really need to like the names aren't very evocative of what the scents are, despite being another language, where everything's either Italian or Latin. You look at the bottles, you still don't know what the hell those things are, or the packaging. Like I really feel like they're a brand that goes super unnoticed. There's not enough lore there that is direct for me to get into, which is why I haven't been that motivated to want to smell their stuff, despite the stuff I've smelled being good. And I think that's the biggest hurdle for that brand is advertising. And another thing is, I think that's very evident because all the big block department stores where I live don't carry them whatsoever. Saks, Nordstrom, Holt Renfrew, the niche stores around here don't carry them either. I just think they'd be super hard to sell, especially without a dedicated rep too. So I don't know what you guys, you stream monsters in the chat, think of that, but we'd love to know, or what you guys think as well. But I'm going to say hot. It's just I think they have problems.
I understand. Brad.
All right. So for the longest time, actually, this is embarrassing. I could never pronounce the name of.
Hey, it's difficult. Like just a
Tiziana.
Manny's point. Just a Manny's point. It's a bit
Tyler Liebert the Orange.
Yeah, see, that's another one I struggle with. But yeah, Tiziana Terenzi.
Hoover,
I finally got it. Yeah. So right off the bat, I mean, I didn't just discover this house actually until Timmy. I was watching some of your videos and how much you were raving about it. So you did get me interested to try a little bit more from them. I have sampled one that is an absolute hit for me, and it's something that I could, a year ago never envisioned myself wearing. But I've been on like a quest, a little hunt, if you will, for like really dark, heavy, wintry scents because I want to kind of go that direction a little bit and just kind of try that out for a while. But the one that I tried was Ladano Nero, if I pronounced that right. That one is super complex. It's boozy and like amber, tobacco. It's just all over the place, but I like it. It's really well put together. Yes. Are they an Italian brand or what?
Oh, come on, with a name like Tiziana Terenzi?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they definitely have me excited to try the rest of the house. I'm gonna say a hot for right now, but then again, it's with a grain of salt because I hardly tried anything from them. But good news is the next house we're gonna talk about, I have tried a lot from. So I can give my thoughts a little better on that. But at least for now, it's a hot. But I'm gonna be investigating more Tiziana Terenzis to come.
Gotta do some reconnaissance.
So
reconnaissance, yeah.
So a mixed response for Tiziana Terenzi. I think that Manny sort of hit the nail on the head when he says that they aren't the best at promotional material.
Oh, they're not. They're not in our country. Period. Like
now, they are a little easier to get in the UK. I've tried, but basically all of them. One of the most interesting things is that they have a hit, which is not a hit that they thought that they would get, and that is Captain Kirk, as I call it, or Kirky. But the guy who is behind it is very passionate and very determined with his brand, the actual Tiziana Terenzi gentleman, and he's great, and some really interesting things. Jeremy Fragrance goes on a lot about Alcantareo. God, that was awful. Oh, God, that was awful. Sorry, guys. But yeah, they are a great, interesting brand, and they do have an Aventus clone with a lot more pineapple. And that is Orion. Yeah. But that is getting a hot from me because I like the vision. They're very interesting, and they are quite eclectic. Final one is one that we should have all at least tried once, and that is
If
by,
you are legal, if you know what I'm saying. Kids in here.
I was thinking that when I said that, but I missed the joke opportunity.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's by Killian. I really am interested in hearing what people have to say in the chat. Do you think that by Killian is hot or not, especially with the takeover recently by Estee Lauder? Let's start with Manny.
Okay,
By
this is so
Killian,
free.
hot or not?
With a caveat of the fact that, say, if price wasn't an issue, I'd say hot for sure. Here's the thing. I was super hesitant about By Killian fragrances mainly because, like, I worked as a bartender for a while, and it just I'd rather not be surrounded by alcohol in my scent cloud, you know, as far as like booze, you know. But they made me fall in love with, you know, some of their scents that are definitely overtly boozy, which is lovely. The thing is that you have to consider this when you buy By Killian scents. A lot of what you're buying into is the packaging, but the packaging doesn't cost jack. You have to keep that in mind as well. It like costs like maybe 5-10 quid tops, not even like US dollars to like produce, you know, those boxes. So you look at the evaluation for their scents and then you smell it. Can you you know, rationalize it? It's hard to. I'm not going to front. It really is. There's a couple that I really love from the line, like Single Malt. I know you guys know that I love that scent, as well as Bakered Wood, or, you know, Sacred Morning Wood, which is also lovely.
Nice.
So here's the thing, like, based on a few scents, just because I really, really, really love them, I will say hot. I mean, the other stuff that everyone else hypes, like Intoxicated and Straight to Heaven and Back to Black, that stuff's lovely too. Don't get me wrong. But god damn, it's they're definitely overpriced, like for without a doubt.
Their evaluation is a little bit tough. Difficult. So is it hot or not, Manny?
Definitely hot. I mean, like, it's just like you're not going to get those scents anywhere else. That's the thing. That's another thing that it's hard to make comparisons for. Maybe for Back to Black, if that's all you like from the brand, okay, maybe it's not so hot, mainly because you can get that tobacco elsewhere. But we're talking like who does booze better? You know, let's be real.
Right. True. Right.
You know, it's Killian Hennessy that we're talking about. You know, he is the heir to the Hennessy name, and he started this fragrance brand for fun because he loves fragrances so much, and he likes to express, you know, his family name in this way, and I think that's really cool. So it's definitely hot because no one's doing boozy scents better than them still. So, like, on that, I gotta say hot.
Fantastic points there. Tyler.
Okay. So hot that I am practically losing my pants.
Oh
wow!
Dang.
Wait, are you that wet?
So hot.
Are you going straight to heaven with this?
Oh.
I think I am. I got some Sacred Morning Wood, you know what I'm saying?
Oh!
Dang.
All right, let's get back to Black. All right. So, Tyler.
Just amazing. Like, they've got, to me, their evaluations are steep, but you get them for the what am I trying to say? To me, to compare it quality-wise to something like the Tom Ford Private Blend, which I think similar pricing, is the quality of By Killian to me is heads and shoulders above Tom Ford.
I'd say most Tom Fords, yes.
Yeah. I think, though, that, like, when you smell a Killian fragrance, you know it's Killian. Like, you can tell.
Signature.
Expensive. Yeah. Even if you're not familiar with fragrances, you'd be like, it's pricey, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. But I just think the quality is there, and I can recognize the quality enough to, like, Single Malt, when I smelled it, oh, my Jesus. That... And also Vodka on the Rocks.
Getting a second bottle, you know what I'm saying?
Boom.
Single Malt.
Vodka on the Rocks is... And Black Phantom, what's it called? That's Batman.
Black Phantom.
Yeah, just so many good ones. Back to Black's probably one of my more least favorites of the beloved ones. I think it's a little too much, but
so cherry.
Intoxicated and all those ones, especially Sacred Wood is amazing, but Single Malt is the bay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, like single Mizalt, like TM Sense knows. You say that's the thing. Y'all gotta start pursuing some exclusive sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah. Sounds as though sounds as though Tyler is in love, and he shouldn't be shy about it. Anyway, over to Bradley, the good girl gone bad.
I knew you were gonna say
Rihanna.
that shit.
We got a new
Bradley,
name
what
for
do
you,
you-
Brad.
Bradley, what do you think? Hot or not?
Okay,
with
so
Killian?
good news. I just, from a special someone who I know watches live our streams, got all kinds of Killian samples.
Oh, we're gonna get a first impression video, please.
I already did one though, right?
Oh,
Yeah, he already did one. George,
Yes.
shame
Get
on
into
you.
that.
I didn't even know
You don't-
that. When
You
was
don't
that?
know him, bro.
That was like a week
You don't-
ago. I'm uploading so many videos, it just gets lost, you know?
Yo,
Lost in the shuffle.
He's not wrong.
True.
Yo,
So-
you gotta
I gotta watch that. I'm on
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
upload
mine is-
when
Hashtag Patreon Army.
Yo,
Saw it
and yo,
first.
and shout out
There
to
you go.
Brad for holding it down despite the adpocalypse, and
Yeah.
to stay that consistent, not letting that affect him. So much love, man. I love you.
Keeping it strong.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Shout out to Brad for just being Brad.
Just being me. Thank you. Too fresh. Thank you from all you guys.
Too fresh.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm now very, very familiar with Killian's. They're probably one of my favorite presentations as well. I love those, but then again, the price is just shocking almost. Like my wallet I haven't bought one yet, but I have two that I will for sure be looking at. And like the shining lights from the house, I tried single malt Manny, so now I know what you're talking about with that. Like that amazing boozy opening, by Killian does boozy scents like nobody else. Yeah, and it's got me super excited to try a couple more. I tried Royal Leather as well, Timmy, and it's a beast.
Royal,
Wasn't quite for me, I don't think, but it was killer strong. And then Straight to Heaven Extreme, I had that on my hand. Literally lasted almost 24 hours, almost an entire day, just with a little bit on my hand. So that's definitely a must for me. It's amazing. So there are some ones again from the house that I'm not too fond about though. Like some of them I just don't like at all. And also the new women's release.
some of them are straight up fugazi.
Yes.
They're really bad. Some of these
Yeah,
are just
it's like there's
Water calligraphy is bunk.
like lemon and
it
zest.
smells good. It just not that price.
It's great, but when you take a look at the price tags for some of the price evaluations are just ridiculous. Other ones I can
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Come on.
right.
Whoa. What the hell?
You know that scent by Killian?
It just sounded like he was having a stroke.
The pronunciation, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's so white.
Okay.
It's okay.
But
So
for
let's,
me,
yeah.
it's going to be, I think, a hot with if you can dish out that kind of cash and if you go for the right ones. There are some gems and there are some ones I would stay away from. And for like a great woman scent, Woman in Gold is amazing. Absolutely amazing for a lady, I think. But yeah, so just be careful. Definitely do testing. Get a lot of samples of Killian. And if you like them, go for the ones that you like, but just be careful because there are some that have an insane ML to price value or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my take.
Fantastic. Timmy.
Hot, I like a lot of by Killian fragrances, and like Manny said, no one does boozy fragrances better than Killian Hennessy.
Yeah.
So with that said, like there are some fragrances that, especially I don't really like Voulez-vous coucher avec moi. That one did not impress me all too much. Yeah, there's definitely hit and miss from the house, but overall, I love a lot of their scent. So it's hot for me.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good, decent sort of consensus of hotness for Killian.
For a Kai Billion.
But I'm going to say not.
Wow.
I'm
not shocked. Yeah.
Just go for it. There's a lot of things. I have a lot of problems with by Killian. I think it has been the most affected fragrance brand by its inclusion to the Estee Lauder group. I think that the reformulations have been very harsh and have taken away that sort of premier stylized approach. Straight to Heaven.
Man. There's no way it's as neutered as Tom Ford. It's not.
I think I would make an argument that things like Straight to Heaven, that has been obliterated. I've got a vintage straight to heaven. See, what you have to understand is when I was in the store, Killian was massive 5 years ago. Killian was untouchable and immovable.
Unflappable, one might say.
It got taken out of the store this year.
Oh, removed.
It got removed.
What, at Harvey Nichols?
At Harvey Nichols, it got removed.
Oh, wow.
Right.
You still have Estee Lauder brands there, though, right?
We still have Joe Malone. We still have Creme de la Mer. We still have Estee Lauder.
Malone, Jesus.
Yeah. But Joe Malone smashes it. Anyway, maybe I'm giving too much away there. But anyway, it got quite slaughtered. It got quite neutered. Especially, I've got a vintage straight to heaven. That is, that's another planet. Another planet.
Go for the extreme. That solves your problems right there.
Oh, shut up.
It's $315, but
not just that, but the price point.
That bottle, though.
The thing is, the thing that really annoyed me was, and this is something that we've talked about previously in the stream, it got neutered, it got hurt, it got affected, price went up.
Yeah.
Price got jacked up, and it's a 50 mil. It's a 50 mil.
Oh, yeah, 50 mil.
I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it.
It's the Estee Lauder mentality then, because jacking the price and still neutering stuff. But let's be real with the you know what? I feel like this has more affected the standard line of Black Killians, because for me, single malt's still like a 36-hour fragrance.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's just not happening.
I got
I don't think the exclusives have been hurt too much, to be honest.
Nope. Royal Leather is going to be a 2-day fragrance.
You said 36 or 326?
Maybe 36 or 48, something like that.
Yeah. So for me,
Sacred Wood lasts a long time. Royal Leather.
Oh, that's crazy.
Godly long.
Yeah. It might just be the main line, but the Asian tails and the exclusives, ridiculous.
No.
Ridiculous.
if you have got Sacred Wood, make sure that it does last a long time, or she may cheat on you in the end. Anyway, going
if Sacred Wood lasts more than 4 hours on you, consult a doctor.
Then you may have been bitten by something, probably a spider.
A Viagra
Anyway,
spider.
Viagra
yeah.
spider, right?
A Viagra spider, yeah. You have got Sacred Wood, and it is lasting for 2 days. You should go to the ER. Anyway,
Grade A under A.
yeah, so I can't do it, I'm afraid. Killian is getting a knot from me. At one point it would have gotten a hot, but I think that they're just taking the mick now.
Do you own any at the moment, or no?
I have a Straight to Heaven, not a 50 mil travel pack, and I've got a Prelude to Heaven travel pack as well, but I don't actually like.
To be fair, like I see what you're saying.
The vintage Straight to Heaven, I mean, it's
ridiculous. Yeah,
it's just another level. It's just another level.
Estee Lauder companies, as far as who we have now, collectively are taking a piss. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's like I have vintage Carnal Flower by Frederic Malle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the difference is night and day. You know.
I think I got away with Musk Ravageur because I bought it, heard about the reformulations, felt really painful, but I'm not going to go out and get it. But when I do review it, the juice is pretty dark.
Well, like Musk Ravageur is still like, I mean, it's, here's the thing with that, I feel the more resinous, the good parts of that fragrance are still going to pop off the most, like how sweet it is and stuff like that. You might lose a little potency from like the cloves and stuff like that, but otherwise, like I still think you're going to be good with that fragrance. But
I still love it. You know, still get a great experience, but I can tell that the volume's been turned down, but I'm not getting anything less than what it was. Anyway, we're 15 minutes away from the end of the show. You're watching Team Top 5, the best fragrance-related YouTube stream in the observable universe, proven by science. Anyway, let's have some questions to end the show. There's not going to be too many questions that we can answer, as we only have 15 minutes. Hope that you've enjoyed the show, and it's all been fun.
And it's all been done, like Bare Naked Ladies.
It's all been fun. It's all been done. Indeed, you know. Also, if we could wave goodbye to Tyler, this will be his last ever stream. Because I say so.
I don't blame you. George, we need to collaborate and just make it a meme hell.
Yeah. Oh, man. Some freaking super deluxe.
Yeah.
Type shit.
That's crazy.
You know.
Me and George got into a bit of a meme fight the other day.
Yeah. It's a war, and it's an ongoing process.
Look, you know what, guys?
Actually, we're going to. I'm going to actually do what I was going to say. That I was going to do. Tripleinc won the game at the beginning of the show. He now gets 2 minutes unfiltered to promote what he's doing, what videos he's got going on for all of you at home, and it's also going to be news to us because I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. So,
okay.
Yours.
Nobody
interrupt.
All right.
Go.
And before I just start real quick, look at our screen saver thumbnail. That is what is our video. I look so bored and just stoned out of my mind right there. Like, that was the absolute worst picture that could have happened. I was like,
that was the moment he won the game. He was like, so happy.
That was the best picture. You're a dog.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyhow,
have you been smelling a little black number 1 in that picture?
Pretty much. I got my stash right down there. I'll just say that. So anyhow, what I have upcoming, big changes on my channel, and this isn't just in terms of a lot of new things happening in my life, getting a new job, which is taking away a lot of my hours, a lot of unpredictability in terms of what I'm going to be doing, and coming a little bit of a reality check sort of it with my YouTube channels and channels. I have a golf channel, but I haven't done videos in that in months. But I am going to be slowing down a little bit on Tripleinc. So it's probably what you guys were not expecting to hear. I was saying, oh, he's going to put it in overdrive 6th gear type of a thing. But
not shocked at all.
Yeah, it's been a really great time, but I'm definitely going to be toning it down a little bit, maybe doing a video a week or something, which is something I feel like I can do with a new schedule. But still going to try and keep the quality of the content as high as I can and make it as entertaining as I possibly can for you guys. But just know, just don't be too shocked and surprised that I'm going to be slowing things down and focusing more on important things, if that makes sense in my life. While I do love this community and all you guys here on Team Top 5 and all the comment monsters, as Manny says, the stream monsters, that's right.
Yeah.
Monsters.
You guys have been awesome, but it's just, I'm kind of moving on a little bit, but still want to definitely stay here, but just kind of a little public service announcement, downsizing my content a little bit, but still making it as entertaining as I possibly can. So I feel like I had to get it off my chest a little bit. And I'm happy I won the game too, because I got to do that in front of our people that we got. So
wow. Well, that's not what I was expecting.
You guys let the people know in an upcoming big video idea that you have.
Yeah.
I think would be nice, mainly because the one. Because let's be real, to average the same amount of views that we have subscribers, each of us, is really hard. So I think it'd be really cool if you were to let people know that, so everyone gets to know,
Yeah, definitely.
Another seasonal list or something like that. You know? But
or most complicated video.
Yeah, maybe something like
2
that.
minutes are up, and you have to win another game to get those 2 minutes back.
Yeah, pretty much.
So go for it, Brad. Come on. I mean, that was not what we were prepared for. You're one of the hardest working people on this platform.
You are.
We'll real talk. The thing that's very depressing for me is that your consideration of downsizing is actually going down to my regular schedule.
That is my definition of downsizing.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we should swap. I don't know.
Here, take it by all means.
Yeah. So, geez, Brad, come on, just give us something a bit positive. Okay. Give us something to look forward to. What's a video that you're going to be releasing soon that you're very excited about?
Okay, definitely coming up, most complimented 2017 list. I know it's
coming, guys.
It's definitely coming. It's gonna be a lot different from last year's because I feel like I've made a lot of changes. My reviewing style changes. The person, my fragrance wardrobe has changed, so it's gonna be quite different. And especially just in terms of, you know, when I was just starting, I was compliments, give me all kinds of compliments. You know, that's all I was looking for. But now I've really did almost a flip the script. You know, I'm thinking I really just now enjoy it for what they are and don't really care if people compliment or not. But it's always nice. So, you know, it's a highly requested list that I have to do every year. So I'm going to do it. And I'm really looking forward to it.
People are thirsty and want to hear. Yeah.
Yes, right? Yeah. My scent of the day, actually, I'm going to be doing a review on this one pretty soon. Boss Bottled Oud, my #1 for fall of this year. So cool review on that coming out soon.
I said on video.
Yeah, right. Another, well, I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to be a mixture of reviews, you know, still the occasional top videos and other stuff like that.
Okay.
You got to stir the cauldron, fam.
Yes, stir the cauldron.
Okay. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's going on with Tripleinc. You know, we're very sad to hear that, but he's still going to be putting out content.
Yep.
Let's show some love for Brad in the chat. He is basically the guy at the moment, and he's doing a lot of incredible and good stuff. So that's all
Guys,
good.
it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Tripleinc. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Again, like I emphasized when Ashton and I had the idea for this group, we didn't even consider doing this at all. The stream part. We wanted to just get together as friends in a Facebook group and just go over ideas to see if certain things would be hot for either of our channels. So to do this collectively as one like this, yeah, y'all can thank Brad for that. Because that was his idea.
So shout outs heavily to Brad. You know, don't leave.
I'm not gonna leave.
He's not dying, guys.
This is my memorial or something.
Yeah, this is your funeral.
No, as I said at the beginning, you know, Brad is one of the most well-loved people here. So he's got a lot of interesting projects that we're all very looking forward to, as do all of the Team Top 5 members. Remember to subscribe and to spread the message of Team Top 5, which is, I don't know what the message is. We like fragrance and we're nerds about it. But if you feel as though that is a message that needs to be sent across, send it with the hashtag TTV. We're nearly at the end of the show here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm off I have to go to bed because it's 2:30 here. But let's have some final questions if we can. But if not, we're basically ready to wrap up, if that's okay with everybody else, all the other Team Top 5 members.
There was a lot of questions that was asked before when you told them to ask questions, so we can go back and find some of those.
Tim,
that's fine.
You do rapid fire.
Yeah, did you catch those? So
let's do like 3 rapid fire questions and then all of us stay on.
Yeah,
after.
definitely. Yeah, sure. So if Jill wanted to, could they make could they just make a clone of Aventus?
I would say no.
Who?
Yeah.
I mean, of course they can, but no.
Would they?
Full on.
I would lose all respect immediately.
I already have lost all respect.
Yeah.
Unless only if they released it in a very cool spray container.
Yeah.
I would
that was already a cop out.
You know. Brad.
I would say no. Definitely no.
Tim.
I mean, wow. I mean, Dior knows better. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I think that they know what they're doing.
Definitely.
At least I would.
Tim, how would you feel on a spiritual level?
Well, you asked me if they could. I mean, I do have the facility to do it, definitely.
Yeah.
But would they do it? No. They probably would never. They would never do it. But they could make one if they wanted to ever do one. It's possible. But they're not going to stoop that low to make a clone. Yeah. An obvious clone.
My answer is they did. And then halfway through, they got the plans mixed up with cloning Bleu de Chanel. In the end, they made Dior Sauvage.
Sauvage, yeah.
Somebody asks, which fragrance is funnier overall, Roche Jasmine or Sacred Morning Wood?
Which one is what?
We're talking about the bottle,
one's
right?
funnier?
Rochas man, right?
No,
Well-
neither. 360 red dildo.
Oh, yeah.
You serious? Come on, man.
I mean, let's take a look. You might be into it, but like Mugler cologne,
Stop it, man.
you're into that widening as it goes.
Yeah.
No,
I bet
Rochas
the
man.
only person who's into this type of shape is Mugler himself.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Did you just hear that?
Oh my
This is
God.
officially your last stream.
Like that's. What about that like 250 ml though? God damn.
Goodbye, monetization. Goodbye, monetization.
Hey, Brad joined in on me. I can't get in trouble.
Well, Brad has nothing to lose with his demonetization.
Shit,
The
might as
Armani
well.
Prives, I think, are actually quite the endeavor.
Oh my gosh. Yo, you know what'd be the worst as far as the chode? Is Byredo. Just saying.
Byredo doesn't even get easier as it goes.
No, it does not.
Oh my god.
I'd say my worst one is the Ferrari bottles. Because they're square, they're beveled.
They're
How about this? How about that? Just freaking Gucci, like just damn break right there. Oh my god. Okay, we've gone too far. We've gone.
And that was Team
A
Top
cream
5.
flask would go
Have a
very
good night.
nicely.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much. We'll be returning next week on Crime Watch as we do a live stream from inside a sexual offender's prison. Thank you for everybody for coming onto the show this evening. I think that we've made it at literally just 2.5 hours. Now, which is kind of what we've been aiming for anyway. It's been relatively short and sweet. Follow all of the Team Top 5 members individually. Their links are in the description. But to go over, you've got Manny from CASCADESCENTS, Timmy from Imagine Sense, Bradley from Tripleinc, Tyler from Trademark Sense, and the Fragrance Apprentice, which is some British bloke who doesn't really know what he's doing. Anyway, lovely bloke. Shout outs to the good old UK. Anyway, hope that you've enjoyed this stream so much. And until we all see you next week, which unfortunately I won't be here, but I'm sure
Who's hosting?
We'll have to discuss that. But I hope you all enjoyed me hosting. Sorry about the microphone problems.
Hashtag triggered.
Hashtag triggered. Hashtag TTV. Right.
Hashtag memes.
Yeah.
Well, good night, everybody. Have a lovely evening. All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Stay on, guys.
Bye.